John Boy in the house. I'm over here on the daggum StreamYard, streaming on the YouTube and streaming on my webcam at the same time. Okay, y'all. I can talk to both streams at the same time, but I'm live over there on StreamYard. Links in the description if y'all want to go over that way. I'm going to put the link invite in the daggum StreamYard chat, so that way anybody want to come up, more than welcome to. There it is. It's in the chat over there on StreamYard. Yeah, man, it's been rough, been cold. Oh shoot, my hands are freezing right now. I can feel that warm breeze. I mean, it's like 47 degrees outside, but it's probably about like 38 in here. All right, we got 3 people over here on StreamYard. How y'all doing over here? I need to pull up that YouTube because the chat's so slow over here on StreamYard. But I do have the invitation in there. Oh, and here I go again. Kelly Kibo. My tongue gets twisted of all those. There's only 2 of them. There's 2 A's, 2 E's, 2 L's. I can't help it. All right. Well, let me hop this thing over here on the webcam live stream. I'm fixing to end it so I can just focus over here on StreamYard. I got Blue Beetle and who else is over here? Paris was over here. Yeah, there you go. Hey, there's the link to the live stream I'm doing over there on StreamYard. I might ought to change that title. Mystic Days. Hey, I'm over on StreamYard streaming live too. The link's right above your comment if you want to go over to StreamYard. Oh, okay. You can't stay long. All right. I saw the name before I read the what you call it. But look, I'm fixing to end it here on the webcam, but I'm live over here on the StreamYard. So hey, thanks over here on the live stream webcam. Yeah, I'm doing 2 live at the same time, but I'm screen sharing this live on StreamYard. All right, I'll try to do that. Check out the Shattered Union game trailer. I never even heard of that till now. But look, guys, go over there to the StreamYard. I got the link. Let me see if this is still the same link. I'll repost it. There's where I'm at. Oh, that's an invite. Well, anybody want to come up, come up. But I'm over there on StreamYard, and I'm fixing to end this webcam. Just want everybody to know I am back. All right, y'all. John Boy is out. Maybe. Okay. Yeah. All right, I'm over here on StreamYard now. Man, I need to change that title while I'm in here, don't I? Oh, I am. Is the audio that bad? John Boy is out. Mate, Pat Riot, what's going on? Man, it sounds like my audio. How come? I just don't get it, man. My audio sounds like crap. But I did a 3-hour live stream and everything went fine, but I did it off my tablet. It's something to do with this computer. Don't mind the mess behind me. I made a mess. Man, my feet are cold. It is cold up in here, y'all. Cold. Supposed to get up to 54 today. I'm gonna get out here and try to enjoy it. We got looks like some sunlight, but there's a lot of clouds. Just happen to be a hole in them, I guess. Man, I can't believe I'm back on the tube with the John Boy channel. I need more coffee and I didn't even make a pot. Dadgummit. Yeah, I had Happy Mama and Cafe and Jenny from the block on the panel last night. Yeah. Shared the daggum, let me see if I can find that. No. I put out a little video of premiere this morning. It's all fun games. No politicians were hurt in the filming of that video. Although when I heard it over here, it sounded like it was going. You know how it does. Listen, let me see if I can find that. No, oh, it sounds all right now. I'm surprised. I don't understand. UFO was doing a live stream. I could hardly hear him. All right, thanks for letting me know about my audio's okay, Pat. Oh man, y'all, it is daggum cold in here like you wouldn't believe. Yeah, I just gotta watch what I'm doing nowadays. I can't do anything, you know. I can't go against the narrative or to mess up your channel. I think Last Stand's supposed to be coming up. He said give him a minute. Old Born Eraser, he said he'll just give me a little bit, I'll be up there. He never did show up. Never did. Look, let me see if I can find something in the refrigerator to drink on. I hate doing it. I'll be right back. I'm sorry, y'all. Damn, I had to move a lot of stuff around to do what I did. I had to build a cardboard room to stay warmer in. And now I got crap all around. I mean, I got paperwork falling all over the place. I'm tripping over everything. I'll be right back in here. Yeah, I don't know what to do anymore. It's all been said. There's nothing much more to say about anything at all. Other than it's colder than a well digger's butt in here. And I almost couldn't, I didn't realize I was down to my last drink. This portion of John Boy is brought to you by Monster Java, the drink homeless people love to drink. So what y'all been up to? Man, I wasn't going to stay live too long. I've only been live 10 minutes over here, so. Y'all hear that wind chime? Man, ever since I moved it to that location, man, I can't keep my Chevrolet centered. Brr, man. I don't know if you can see my breath out here or not. Which way I need to get some dark behind me. Can't see it too good. Man, I'm looking at the video on YouTube, and it's a good. Well, let me do something here. 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 4, 1,000. 21-second delay between what I'm doing and what I'm seeing. Daggum. Wandering American. What's going on? Welcome to John Boy's channel. I'm back. I was in purgatory or something. I don't know what happened. My channel couldn't be found, but the daggum music copyright claims sure could find videos that are a year old that are on private on a channel that did not exist. That don't make sense to me. Man. It's cold out here. I'm fixing to start a fire. I need to get some of that hand sanitizer and light it up. Ooh, I could. Check this out. I'm gonna do that. I got this old. I made a what do you call it? It's a penny stove out of a. They had gum. I got dirt and everything in there. Until I take care of stuff. But anyhow. Use 2 aluminum cans and you make a little burner stove. I'm gonna show y'all how that works. I gotta get some fuel for it. This fuel all worked. What we do, we pour a little bit of this rocket fuel. Well, I hate this camera. I'm gonna pour a little bit of rocket fuel in the stove and see if we can't get it going. It's gonna smell good too. It's probably gonna smell like elderberries and grapes. This thing will hold a little bit. Look, this thing will burn long enough to boil a cup of water. Oh, I got it full. Oh, I got it too full. Oh, there it goes. Ooh, that smells good. Whew. You can see more of that on the John Boy Sasquatch and Moonshine channel. Let me find my. I found that. Okay, ooh, this thing is full. I need to put a little. I got this little tray I made. I can set this in because it's alcohol is kind of hard to start. So I put a little down in there and put my penny back on top. When I get this thing lit up, I'm gonna set it down there at my feet. Let's see if it'll light. Where's this camera at? Ow. Ow. Oh. Well, that's good, John Boy. Spill it all over you. You dumb son of a gun. All right, what's the problem here? The octane should not be down that low. Oh, wait a minute, I know what I did. I think I did cut the octane down. Oh, it's going. I didn't even know it. I started feeling heat. Damn. You can't hardly see real alcohol. Y'all see that? It ain't going yet. I mean, it's fixed to be. Oh, shit. My cat's on fire. Damn. I'm fixing to have an explosion in here. Woo. That's burning better than rubbing alcohol. Then, ow. Ow, my desk is on fire. Oh, shoot. Damn, I'm sorry, y'all. I done caught my. At least it's a metal desk. It's an industrial desk. I done caught it on fire. That sure smells good. Smells like elderberry. Smells like corn. Smell like grapes. Uh-oh, it went out on me. That's what it is. I ain't got it. See, the way this thing works, it starts building up. Mystic Days back in the house. Yeah, my britches ain't on fire. I'm gonna put a little bit more in here. I use this for cleaning, man. This is some good hand sanitizer. The bad thing about, alcohol or methanol fire, you can't see it when it's going. That's why they're so dangerous. Oh, yeah. Oh, shoot. I'm catching my desk on fire again. It's warm, though. I'm telling y'all, I'm cold out here. Oh, that's a fire. I ain't never seen. I've used 90% rubbing alcohol and ain't got a fire that good. I learned how to make that from Squash's Mob Squad channel. That feels good. Oh, thing sounds like a gas stove going. It's in there going. Ooh, everything getting hot. Getting too hot. Too hot to handle. Ow! I put too much down that little tray. So you gotta, once that thing gets hot, it'll have a flame. Y'all see when it gets going. It'll have a flame like a gas stove does. It looks just like a gas stove. That's the whole purpose of everything I do is about survival. Chrysler Imperial gave me a comment. Welcome back. Well, thank you, Chrysler. He's on the video I just did. Now I'm picking up this styrofoam cup, and I forgot I got this. Yeah. Oh, here it goes. It's starting to look like a little bit like a gas stove. I'm telling y'all, you can boil a cup of water before this thing ever runs out. Oh, man. So what y'all been up to? We're supposed to be in like the high 40s and low 50s for looks like the rest of the week. And it don't look like it's going to get too cold at night. Maybe 30-something degrees. Been a lot of helicopters flying around. Oh, yeah, that thing going good now. See how that works. Oh, I won't burn my camera up. Man, that's about it. I ain't lying. I'm hovering over top of this thing. My hands are cold. Smells good. Hey, missed it. Ah. Oh, I got somebody from Russia in here. Uh-oh. How you doing? I can't pronounce the name. Oh, some GNRs on the radio. I wish I could turn it up. Oh man, you're in Florida, yeah. You know, it's unbelievable, man. It's unbelievable how cold Florida's been getting. Yeah, I mean, I was down in Florida in like when was that? 2002, and all I had to wear. I was up in the Panhandle part of it though. You know, up there like uh, well, Crestview, Florida. That's where I was at. Man, I didn't have to do anything but wear a denim jacket. I mean, it might have got down to 48 degrees, and this was in December and January. I got stranded down there, man. My car broke down, ran out of money, had to sleep on a river in a tent until I found some work at a sawmill down there. That gum, yeah, Florida, man, they're getting the cold. Man, I wish I could pronounce your name. But thanks for showing. I just, man, it's crazy, y'all. Are you uh I can't even read the name. Are you from Russia or Ukraine? Probably Ukraine, aren't you? Oh, I bet you're cold too. Yeah, if you're a Florida native. Man, I don't know. The weather's been, I think back in the 80s, if you go back to the 73, man, we had an ice storm that took our power out. When I mean, I was a little bitty kid, but we lost power for 2 weeks. My dad's truck had that much ice. The wind was blowing from the north, and it was like freezing rain and sleet, and it made the side of his truck that thick on the driver's side. But the whole thing was coated. He could not get in the truck. He tried chipping it and everything, but it went down in between the cracks of the door and the quarter panel, and it just couldn't get the thing open. Oh man, that's what I was saying. It's got to be Ukraine because I do have a lot of people from Ukraine that watch my channel. Or I should say, I used to before all this crazy crap happens and channels disappear. And who this thing is good and warm. It's still going. So it looks like that was a mighty bit high right there in the middle, but it looks like a daggone regular gas stove at home. And it's sitting there, it sounds like it too. It's going, because once it starts getting hot, it starts building up pressure. So you got to start when you first put it in there, everything's cold, right? It kind of works off heat. When it starts getting hotter, then it starts really using the fumes, and then it gets efficient. Man, I built this thing like 2 years ago or better. But yeah, man, it feels good. Oh man, I dropped a cigarette ash down there. I better watch out. This thing almost up here to my chin beard. I ain't lying. I experimented one time. I tried using vegetable oil in it, and it messed it up, man. It didn't want to burn right, and it took a while before I ever got all that oil cleared out. I was thinking like in the Bible days, they had oil lamps and stuff. I was like, shoot, oil ought to work in this too. And it does to an extent, but it's It's not volatile enough, I guess would be the word for it. You believe that word come out of a hillbilly's mouth? Volatile. I even know the meaning of it. I think. Daggone, where's Last Stand at? What happened? Your motor blow up in that car? Finally? I wanted to get up there and go in that cave with you, Mystic. I like exploring, man. I like going in places people ain't never been. I've been trying to get my neighbor to come with me out here to the woods because I found it's an Indian mound, man, and it takes up 5 acres and it's like over 100 foot tall. It's totally brown, 5 acres and a big and it's got like a spiral pathway that goes around and up to the top. I mean, it's steep, and I need somebody with me so I can show a size comparison because you know how it is. You get a camera out in the woods, you can't really see the heights or the widths or whatever you're trying to, you're trying to show what you're seeing. But if you got somebody else standing there, it'll give you a good idea of how big something is. But there's also, I don't know if it's trenches from the Civil War or what, but there's all sorts of weird trench like stuff through those woods too. Right, I know. He said, and look, Tom, you'll sign a waiver. As soon as I get some funds up, I'll try to get up there, but I'd rather do it in the wintertime too, so that way you ain't really got to worry about snakes or anything. Could be a bear hibernating up in there though, or a mountain lion. But there's a lot of things I'd rather do in the winter than I do in the summer because, man, you go tracking through the woods in the summer. Around here, there's rattlesnakes, water moccasins, copperheads, and face spiders. That's what I call them. Last Stand, the last time you were going to come up, you had to wait. I know how long your updates take 20 minutes. It's crazy. Oh, man, I just did that in my Cavalier. I got a 2002 Cavalier. Heater core went out in that thing like 5 years ago. I was like, there ain't no way I'm going to change this sucker. So I just drove it. And man, I'm going to tell you what, a car with no heater core is colder than the outside air because that air wind chill, when you're driving down the road, that metal gets colder than the outside air. And I'd wind up, when I got to Jackson, I saw a sign, you know how they have like temperature time signs? It said 32 degrees. I rolled the window down and it actually felt warmer outside than it did in the car. So I just left the windows down because it was warmer. But man, then I finally said, screw it. And I parked that car for like 2 years. And then my motor blew up in my Jeep. And I'm like, dadgummit, I got to get in that car and it's fixed to turn wintertime. I was like, you know what? I'll go ahead and do the heater core. But I let the heater core ride in the trunk for like 2 months. And then I was like, well, let me change it. Let me tell you what, it took 3 whole days to get that heater core in there. I had to take the whole dash out, and and look, the glove box is one piece with the dash that goes all the way behind the steering wheel and steering column. And I was like, I'll be, you know what, if I sit there and have to take the steering column out. But I wound up having to take my cruise control off, my brain box off, the air filter plenum going to the throttle body, taking the throttle body off. I mean, it was a pain just to get down to the heater hoses on the firewall side. And then that heater core is right in the center of the firewall behind the dash, about almost up to the windshield. And then when I got the new one in, guess what? The daggum hoses were too big for the daggum, to plug into the outlet and inlet on the heater core. So I wound up getting a extra hose because it had them stupid clamps that you got to use a plier to undo. Those, I don't know what you call them. So I went and found the old-fashioned radiator clamps, heater hose clamps, and put on. But that was a pain getting down there to even tighten those suckers up. Oh, and this is what else happened. When I took I put a radio in that car years ago when I first got it, right? And I had to take half the dash out. I said, I will never take this dash out again. Well, never say never. That's all I got to say is never say never. But this time I had to take the passenger side airbag out and everything. I mean, it was crazy. Yeah, I disconnected the battery. I'm like, you know what? I hate these airbags. I was gonna leave it out, and then I thought, you know what, it'll probably mess up something in the computer system. So I plugged everything back in, but when I plugged it in, I still had the battery disconnected. But I stayed way back. I was like, it didn't do anything. I was like, because I know they're Takata airbags. I wished I could take that one out of the steering wheel. Man, this thing is still going, y'all. The only thing cold right now is my legs. I got my upper body and arms and hands warm. But yeah, I don't like those airbags. I used to go in junkyards and I'd see these airbags deployed and they'd have all these little holes. And this is in the late 80s and early 90s. And I thought, well, that must have been glass that cut that. And then they came out with, the Takata airbags and they're blowing shrapnel out. And then I thought back, I was like, you know what? That was probably shrapnel that came out. That shit been happening since the late 80s. And when did it make the news? I mean, there ain't no telling how many people that Takata airbags killed. Man, I seen one where these people had a wreck and the firefighter was sitting there trying to help get the passenger out. And look, I guess the wreck been there for 15 minutes or whatever, right? Fire department, everybody got there. Dude's trying to get the person out of the passenger side, and the airbag went off, blew that daggum fireman out of the car. He was standing inside the doorway. It blew him out of the doorway. It broke his arm. Those things, I don't like them. And nowadays, man, you know how many airbags are in cars nowadays? They got them in the dash, in the windshield bars, above the doors. I mean, when I worked at that body shop, we had a new Camaro come in that got hit in the side. It set off every airbag in that car. You had to take the whole interior out. I'm talking about everything, seats, carpet, everything, to get in there and replace it. And I forgot how much. That was a big bill to fix that car back, just on the airbags. It's crazy. Oh man, the stove is dying down a little bit. It's going good, man. That hand sanitizer burns better than rubbing alcohol. It really does. Smells good too. Smells like corn. Smells like corn, man. And a little bit of elderberry. Maybe a little bit of grape. Maybe a little bit of hard cider. I made some super hard cider. Oh, I didn't take. I couldn't even push the passenger side seat back because I guess when that heater core was leaking, it got that side, the floorboard got wet. I mean, it got bad. It got like an inch of water in it. And I guess it rusted that seat to where it won't slide back and forth, and you got to slide it back and forth to get to the daggum bolts to take the seat out. So I just suffered. But I'm used to suffering. I was born to suffer. Man, I smell hair. Make sure. No, it ain't that. Must have been on my wrist. Ooh. Yeah, mine could use it. I had a boss of mine was on on the passenger side one time. That joker dropped a 32-ounce Coca-Cola in the floorboard. You know, a fountain drink. Twice, 2 different times. That carpet is. Sometimes I wonder if these people do stuff like that on purpose or it was really an accident. Man, stainless steel is the hardest thing to drill through. Man, I was messing with those motorized bikes today. I'm exhaust was stainless steel, and I was drilling out inside there to open it up because they restrict those exhausts so bad. And man, I burn up 3 drill bits. I mean, melted them. I can't believe how long this thing is going, man. I could have boiled 2 cups of water. And you can't weld stainless steel either. You got TIG. Well, you can TIG weld it. You can't. I don't know. You might be able to use acetylene and braze it, but man, you're finally ready. Hang on, before you come up, I gotta see a man about a horse. I'll be right back. Don't want to knock over this extremely flammable stuff. Oh shit. Ooh. Man, I feel like a new man. Ooh, damn. You know what? I'm just gonna bring my tobacco out here. Oh, here come, here come, here come. I'm coming on around the mountain when he comes. John Boy be coming around the mountain when he comes. I don't see you backstage anymore. Man, this thing is still going. I can't believe. I'm gonna shut that window. Not. It's just blowing my flame around. All right, Wonder American. Daggone. Getting desperate down there in Florida. Man, I used to make a barbecue grill one time. Well, how should I say this? This guy gave me some duck. It had already been cooked. I was in Stuttgart, Arkansas. That's the rice and duck capital of the world. And I was like, you know, it's already cooked. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna warm. I like cooking on fire because there ain't nothing tastes better than food cooked on fire or warmed up on the fire. So I went and got some pecan wood. I was gonna smoke that duck with pecan wood, and I didn't have a barbecue grill. So I sat there and I found an old file cabinet drawer and an old refrigerator grid. I made a daggum barbecue grill. Whatever it takes. Oh, there it is. Without further ado, here's People's Last Stand.
Hey,
What's going on? Oh, let me turn something down.
And I had fun trying to get this set up.
Man.
Well, I haven't used the computer for what, about a week and a half. Last time it was used, my wife was doing some work on it. Other than that,
Yeah.
I haven't been on it at all. Been on my either my phone or my tablet. But oh man, so I'm glad to see that you're back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, would you believe this thing has still got a flame on it?
Wow. Still burning.
That daggone hand sanitizer clean something, buddy.
Yeah. Hey, hold on 1 second.
All right.
1 sec. Gotta figure this out.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't just sit idle, Mystic. I try, even if, like, I need a job bigger than crap right now, but it's hard to find. And I just stay busy around here, you know. I try to get a lot of stuff accomplished that needs accomplished.
All right, I'm back.
All right. Oh, man.
Yeah, I was thinking about going downtown.
Don't do it.
I was seriously thinking about going down there. I know it's been boarded up, and they closed the Capitol, and they got fencing around it and everything. So
let somebody else do it. Just look at it from the news or something. I would not put my face down there.
Oh man, I was packed and ready to go.
I wouldn't do it.
I'm not. I'm not. Guess I have to put this away then, huh? Should be heavy.
Oh hell.
Yep.
Well, you've been for sure facial recognized carrying that on you.
I know.
I'm serious. If
Yeah.
you go down to the Capitol, you better be in your boxers, so that way they know you ain't carrying nothing. I'm serious. And barefoot, boxers and barefoot, and you'll still get shot.
I believe it. I seriously do. So I got 3 on there.
Deported convoy.
So I got 3 in the front. Got another one here on the side, and of course I got my little friend right there. But
Mystic, I need to get your. I'll tell you what, Mystic. How do I put my? I think it's on my channel.
Yeah, John, and then I got 3 more of these. I got 3 more of these sitting on my desk.
Man, you trying to get my channel yanked down?
Oh, they ain't even gonna do that.
Yeah, they will. You're not supposed to show anything that protects you.
Really?
Think about it. They don't want anybody to have the right to defend themselves. And if you're showing ways of defending yourself, you're going to be marked as a domestic terrorist. Hey, Mystic, I'll get you my email. When you plan on, let me holler at Mystic. Whenever, before you get ready to go live or something. And I mean, I'm talking about the next day or something. I'll give you my email. That way we ain't got to worry about, because I don't, hey, Polar Message, I don't get on the tube too much, so I might miss, and I don't get notifications for your lives until after your live is over. So anybody's, that goes for Last Stand and Jenny and everybody. I don't know anybody's live until it's over.
Hey, Portland.
Oh man, I had somebody from Ukraine in here. I couldn't read their name because it was in Ukrainian letters.
Saw that. I saw that.
Huh?
I saw that earlier. Yeah. But it's getting weird. I mean, it's getting to the point, John, where it's like, I don't know. I've never seen anything like this in my life.
Well, when you didn't have the support to become the leader of this country, you got to have a different way of making sure that your non-supporting crowd doesn't show up anyhow. So what better excuse than to do what you're doing?
Let me ask you a question, John. What do you think is going to happen for the inauguration? What do you think is going to happen there? Because it's just going to be a nice little party going on over there.
Hey, West Texas, I'm not here.
No opinion.
No, it ain't that I have an opinion. There's just no telling. There's nothing you can prepare for or guess about what might happen. But the news and stuff I've been hearing, like Chinese have got missiles on the mountains in northern Georgia and my state, Tennessee. I mean, and we already said years ago they're bringing shit in through the cargo containers.
Right.
I mean,
no. All I know is in Colorado, man, it is strict out here. I mean, there's no way of doing any of this stuff.
Well, they're keeping fighter squadrons in the air 24/7 around Washington. They're refueling them in the air because there is a threat, and it ain't from the right. It's a threat from somewhere else to be able to have all that up in the air waiting.
Yeah. I heard this morning up to what 30,000 troops there. Why would they bring in F-16s? Why? I don't understand that. The overkill that they have set out there is unbelievable.
I think there's a lot of things going on at once, and you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know exactly.
Like everything's gonna hit at one time. So
do you think the president's gonna get on his plane for the last time? Like that's tradition. Every one of them that leave, they get on the plane. They do their last ride to take them where they need to go. And that, you think he's just gonna go down there and leave?
He better get on that plane on the 19th and don't land until the 21st.
That's it. Exactly.
But then I'd be worried air-to-air missile or something, you know? Mm-hmm. I mean, you saw what was the deal up there? You know, people, where was that at? It was the New England states on the border of Daggum, Canada. They supposedly bombed an underground bunker that was housed with 50,000 Chinese troops. And it is a known fact. Canada's been letting the Chinese learn how to do winter warfare up in Canada. There are Chinese soldiers up there, so
they have land. They own land up there. China.
Well, they own this country, and they want it. They either want their money or they want the what do you call it, collateral, and they don't want collateral damage. So therefore, that's where the EMP will come into, and then that's where the geo weaponry, bio weaponry is coming in.
All right.
I mean, think about it. How many Chinese people have been affected by this in this country? None.
I haven't heard of any. I don't know.
And then they sit there and say the minorities are at greater risk. How's that?
Yeah.
How are the minorities at greater risk?
Yeah, that kind of pissed me off a little bit because they think that we're below. I'm Hispanic, and they think Hispanics and African Americans and that are just dirt. And they want to put us in the freaking front lines and shit and everything for the shots. No, it ain't happening in my home. It ain't happening here. It ain't gonna happen. I'm not putting up with this kind of craziness anymore. It's nuts. You know, they've asked my well, as a matter of fact, check this out. One of my tenants yesterday, she goes to work. She works in the medical field and that, and she was the only one that didn't take the shot. And they kept on harassing her, asking her, "How come you're not going to take it? How come you're not going to take it?" And she says, "I'm just not going to take it until they come out and it says exactly what's inside of it. Until that point, I'm not taking anything." And they kept on hounding her and bothering her. "Well, you should take it. You should take it. You should take it." You know, her boss keeps on telling her, "Take it, take it, take it." She goes, "I don't have to take it. Stop pushing me to take it." You know, crazy. Uh-oh, looked like John froze up, guys. That's all right. I could talk to you guys. Hey, Mystic, I was in your channel just a minute ago. West Texas, Danielle, how you doing? Glad to see you all made it. Glad to see you guys made it. John being able to get back his channel and that. Finally, time has run up. He's able to do it, which is really good. So what's your opinion, guys? What do you think's going to happen down there at the Capitol? You think we should be worried about it? Or concerned, at least? Or because I'm thinking this is the way too much overkill. Way too much overkill. Who's to say? We don't know what's going on anymore. Democrats and Republicans, they can't seem to make up their minds. J16, how you doing? Yeah, it's just getting weird out there. I just don't understand how the people of this country can just sit back and, well, I can see why they sit back. But a lot of cryptic words going out there. Stay home for this tomorrow and that, you know. Don't worry about it. You know, it's under control. How many times have somebody told you it's under control and that, and it's not? We know it's not safe out there and it's out of control. What can we do? All we can do is sit back. Mystic says, nah, it's all planned. Nothing we can do. Always, obviously, it's a waste of worry. We're going to follow the agenda regardless. Exactly, they are. Hey, Polar, and I want to let you know I got my, well, at least I ordered one of them, or well, I ordered two of them, and my wife's just come in, her ham radio. Come in. A lot of hams are split down the middle. Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, it's pretty cool little system. Let me show it to you. Hold on one second. Hey Lee, can you give me your ham radio? Just the radio. It's a little small one. It's a Bofeng. This is my wife's little ham radio, which is really cool. I like it. Came with a charger and that. We ordered a whip for the antenna, so we've got that. This is just the short one that it comes with. So yeah, so it's a pretty cool little thing. So she got this one, and mine's not supposed to be here till Thursday. Why? I don't know. Only difference between hers and mine is the color. Mine's camouflage, and hers is yellow. She took yellow because this is the only one that is available. She wanted red, but it wasn't there. They had blue, and she didn't like it. There he is.
Man, what
I
happened?
don't know, man. But yeah, so that's my wife's little ham radio now, and I'll get mine on Thursday.
My computer screen just went like a bunch of blue and white all the way across, and then it went black, and it was going. Y'all couldn't hear none of that.
No, we didn't hear it, but we just saw you just went bleep and you were gone.
I don't know what just
Yeah,
happened.
polar and message. It is. It's a Bofeng. It is, and it is. I think it's it's a UV 5R plus. is what it is. Yeah, so I got to take the test, Don. I got to study for it, which is going to be exciting.
Damn, I keep using the wrong mouse. I got my laptop in front of my computer.
I'm not taking any chances. Oh, I got to get something else. I'm going to show you guys too. Hold on.
I think they fried my desktop, y'all. Man, I made a mess in this shot trying to set up the Sasquatch Moonshine channel. West Texas, what's going on? This computer is not. My main, everything I got information wise, you're on mute. You're on mute, last name.
There it is. Check it out, John.
You're just trying to kill my channel. Oh, okay. I thought that was a clip.
Nice little satellite phone now. I'm not taking any chances the way this world's going. I'm not being paranoid. I'm just trying to make sure I protect my family any way possible.
Satellite's going to be useless when the time comes.
Well, it will be useless if we get an EMP. You know, all my stuff will be like that. So I don't know.
Well, not your radios if you got them. If you got your radios, you know, Faraday.
Right, and that's what we're doing next. I'm gonna take a big trash can, metal trash can,
Yeah.
and put some bricks and some wood down on the bottom, cover the insides of the walls to protect it, and then I'm gonna put them all inside there, just in case. You know, we'll see what happens.
Man, they have killed my daggum computer. I can't get it to come back on. I turn it off. I turn it on. It won't do anything.
Oh wow! Yeah, you don't need.
Huh?
Yeah, Paul, you don't need a license. And in case of an emergency, you don't need a license for this. There's an emergency
now. So
what's that?
We're in emergency now.
I know, but it's like I think it's like $25 or $35 for the tech test, which is only 35 questions, and then the general the same thing. It's 35, but I want to get my general because what it does is limits you to the amount of frequencies that you can use. And
they assign you a frequency, don't they, or something?
Yeah, they do. They give you a call number and all that. Yeah, they give that all to you once you take your class and that and pass it. But it's you only have you can get lights, and after that, and anything below that you can redo again. And which is nice about it, if you fail the first time, you can take it as many times as you want to in that day. So it's not bad.
I can't. Oh, it looks like it might be coming back on.
That's right, Portland. You got your little radio set up, which is nice.
Maybe the monitor went out.
So what are you seeing, John? Just a blank screen?
Yeah, I turn the computer on, I don't see nothing.
Wow. We can see you, no problem.
Well, I'm on my laptop right now.
Ah. You turned it on?
I'm on the laptop. I can't. Yeah, I keep turning it on. Look, this is all I got. Just a black screen. Computer's on.
I see that. Well, that's
it's
weird.
Like it got hit with a frequency. That thing just all of a sudden went. I mean, it was making a high pitch.
Weird.
What's that noise? What is that? don't know what happened. Oh, that's the radio. Oh my goodness! Now the mouse stopped working. Can you believe that? The mouse stopped working on the laptop.
Oh, shit. Wow, that sucks, Tom.
Is that your radio or something going? What is that noise?
I don't hear nothing.
You don't hear that? Just like
Is that a fan noise?
it sounds like what my screen sounded like. Are they fixing to blow up my laptop now?
Only thing running is the, what is that, the air fryer?
Look, my mouse ain't working on my laptop now for some reason. Unbelievable. You hear that? All right, now my mouse is working.
That might be me, John. Can you guys hear that still? Can you hear that noise in the background? You guys can hear that? Give me a 1.
I believe I'm under attack. I can hear me talking on your end.
Really?
Yeah, and I think, maybe, I don't know. It sounds weird, though. It kind of sounds like how my screen was sounding. Let me see if I can get this computer power back up. Now, I hear the tires starting up, and it says no signal. It always does that on my screen, and then it goes totally black. You hear that?
All I hear right now in the background is we have a little.
No, it's electronic. It's electronic. It's going, and when I talk, I can hear me, and it sounds garbled.
Nah, we don't hear nothing. All I'm hearing on my side is I hear and I see you very well. No sputtering, no lagging, no buffering, nothing. You're coming in loud and clear.
I'm screen recording this so we can get at least the audio. I don't hear it.
I think your camera's working, so that's good.
My mic's working, ain't it?
Yeah, no problem. I can hear you fine.
All right, let's see here. I guess I need to talk that way I can hear it doing that. It's like an electronic humming, staticky sound. Sometimes it's it's what my screen sounded like. It's weird. Hey, see if she'll get me a piece of bologna out of
there. Somebody said, "Oh, she made a bunch of French fries, huh? Maybe that for me." Yeah. Here.
Man, could you pass me? I'm starving this morning.
Somebody said he wants some bologna.
Oh, I don't have any bologna, but I got roast beef and ham.
She got roast beef and ham. That's good.
What was that thing I saw? You can get a T-bone for 78 cents. If you want meat, it's gonna be $6 and something. All right, I've called it now. I'm gonna end it. Boom. Let's see if I can screen. Okay, here we go.
What's up, Sid? What's up? Can you guys see this? Look at this. There you go. All right.
Well, this thing is doing some weird shit on me. Now my laptop's doing some crazy stuff.
It's messing with you, huh?
I don't know what's going on.
Unplug your computer completely, reboot it, hard boot. Unplug it, then restart
I
it.
have to do that every time. I have to push F1 every time I go to get on it.
Really? Have you tried the hard boot though? That means unplug it and then plug it back in.
Wouldn't that be kind of like turning it off? And
Yep.
you don't hear that noise?
Only thing I hear is this: is the freezer. It's just a low hum.
No, it's coming through your speakers is what it sounds like to me, but it's going. It sounds just like my strings. They must have tied into me somehow.
I'm gonna plug these into the computer itself. See if I hear that. Give me a sec.
I can't even find what I just screen recorded. You gotta be kidding me. I cannot get back to. Oh, here we go. It's showing I ain't even in the broadcast. Am I still here?
I can still hear you.
I don't know. This thing did some crazy stuff on me.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Yeah. That is so strange. Oh, you got another guy coming up there. Who's this other guy?
There's some wacko.
Some wacko. It's your double gang. It's your double gang.
God. Nothing's working over here. Everything is gone wacko. Nothing's working over here. Everything is gone wacko. Nothing's. God gum. I don't know anything.
That sounds really weird.
Let me get.
That sounds really weird.
Yeah, let me get out of here.
That sounds really weird.
Yeah, let me get out of here. See how I'm getting feedback somehow. Hang on, I don't know how that. Feedback somehow. Hang on. Why do I? What is going on?
Do you have another one open?
How come this is picking up? How come this is picking up? I'm not even on screen.
Oh, we just lost him again, guys. Well, yeah, mine's working, so I know that right now. But yeah, it's just a pain in the butt John's been having with his computer systems, and then at the same time, they freaking took him off the air for a while. I've been doing this to him for a while. I think they're still messing with you.
It looks like, I mean, they fried this computer again. That is crazy, man. I wish you could have seen what I wished I had been. Well, screen recording wouldn't have done no good. I cannot get my desktop up, and everything I need is on that desktop. That's how I pay my bills online and everything.
Oh shit!
Damn.
Excuse my French.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's important that I don't care about YouTube. I need the computer.
Exactly.
They don't like the title of this. I mean, why not? You know, why not deport them and take his citizenship? They're doing everything else.
Hey, they're just with you putting up what you put up as your title and that. I think they would be happy about that.
I know. I just figured I'd go out the wacko side like they've been doing on everything.
Exactly. Play their game.
You saw the Taste of Freedom video, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I saw that Joe sent you that flask.
Yeah,
Yeah, wow.
from his own distillery that he's got in China.
Oh yeah.
I need to figure out. Let me try to crank this thing back up. I don't get it because it'll pop up. My screen is good. Look. Oh, no signal.
All right, we see that.
And that's as far as it goes now. Nothing.
So it looks like they shut off your screen.
Evidently, the screen's still good, or it wouldn't show that little blue box saying no signal, right? I think they fried my hard drive.
Check your lines.
Earlier, well, look, no, ain't nothing moved. Earlier, my screen went blank and came back on, and it said, no, everything froze up. And then it came back on, and it said, what did it say? Video processor had a failure or something and rebooted. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean external monitor? That's what I got, ain't it? What's an external monitor?
A monitor outside of what you've got now.
What do you mean?
Like an external external hard drive like this.
Uh-huh.
And like,
oh,
I have another monitor. Plus I got this one here.
Oh.
Plus I got this one stashed underneath my flag.
Well, I'm not smart enough.
I don't think that's your problem. You know, I really don't think that's your problem. I think your problem is that your monitor that you have on there is just not working well. But you said that at the same time too, your video wouldn't come up. It was saying something about your video.
No, the whole screen froze on me, right? I went to X out of a tab and the mouse cursor got froze there. Nothing would move. I couldn't move the cursor or anything. And then I guess it worked and that tab disappeared like I was trying to exit out. And a little thing popped up on the bottom of the screen and said something about my video processor did something.
That might be what's going on. Is your video processor may have got burnt out. That's why you're not seeing anything on your screen.
How did that happen?
Just they burn out.
This is a Hewlett Packard Pavilion HPE. It's a gaming daggum computer.
If you can't get her back and running, try her in a little bit. If you got a little small TV or something, and you hook it up to your computer.
I've got one of them old monitors that weigh like 100 and something pounds. They're built like the old-fashioned TVs.
Yeah, they look like tanks.
Yeah, it's big, heavy, and you can swivel the screen back and forth, on its stand.
Right.
Oh, I better not get too far from the Wi-Fi.
I just been using my TVs, some older TVs, little flat screens and that, and just hooking up to them if I need to. But I don't seem to have any problem.
I don't know if y'all can see that plane leaving that little trail up there.
Nope, can't see it. Yeah, we can. We can see it.
Man, I got a mess out here, y'all. I had to clean it. Look, that's just some of my. Wait a minute, where's it at? That's just some of my automotive paints. If you can see all those cans.
Yeah, I can.
Look, it's as tall as I am. A stack of them in Coke crates. And I got more than that. I got so many paint cans. It's crazy.
I like what Wages World says. Wages World says you farted and YouTube didn't like what you ate to make a fart smell so bad, so the smell censored you. Put a Wikipedia banner telling everyone only farts that come from libs can be posted on YouTube.
Dadgum, Mark. What you doing, Wages World? Hey, you want to come up?
That was a good one, Wages. Good one.
My channel's been down so bad I can't get when I comment, nobody knows who's coming. Come on up. Wages World.
Owen says if the fan gets plugged, the laptop will fry.
Do what?
I think he's talking about your computer. If the fan gets plugged,
You know what? Damn. I just realized a piece of paper went over a fan vent.
Uh-oh.
You think it got too hot or it's just too late?
Maybe.
It don't feel
If
hot.
if it's shut down.
As cold as it is in here, it shouldn't matter, I don't think.
Yeah.
It was just one of the vents. It's got a lot of vents on it. I'll just shut it off for a few hours. Oh, okay, man. Mark, I appreciate it. Whew. What's the weather like up there? Uh-oh. What'd I do with my daggum drink?
Well, I don't know about anybody else, but here in Colorado, we're hitting about in the 40s right now. We're supposed to get up in the high 40s, and we got a 55% chance of snow today, 1 to 3 inches.
Dadgum.
Yeah, so we're going to see.
This weather's crazy.
I know it's unpredictable.
Look, it was like almost 50 degrees here one day last week, and south of me in Mississippi was under a winter storm warning.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, they're south of me, and they got a winter storm warning going. That's crazy. Cold and snowing up there, huh?
It's going to get here. Well, I know Wages saying it's cold and snowing.
Yeah. Michigan, right? He's up. You're up in Michigan, right? I forget sometimes, man. There's so many people from everywhere.
Here, I'll move it. Yeah, I got me a new stand, John.
That's a heavy duty one.
Yeah, I like it. I haven't taken it out to use it yet, but
I got.
it's a pretty cool one.
I got a little. It works, but it's a little bitty lightweight. Little. And I used my in-car camera for a camera on it.
Right.
But the problem is, oh shoot! I got to clean the shop up.
I got one of these little bendy ones as well. Yeah, but my other ones, that I have in that they're okay in that, but they're a little flimsy. Little wind hits it and it moves. But this one has down in the center of it. It's got a hook where you put a weight on it. I don't know if you can see it right here. There's a hook. Yeah. There's a hook right here, and you hang your bag.
I was outside one day, and the wind blew it over for real.
Oh yeah, that's what my concern was.
But I can make some weight. Get on.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do the same thing.
I don't have a hook, but I can hook some weight to it.
I got those. What do they call them? Those weights that you put around your ankles.
Ankle weights.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna. I think I have 2 of them. I'll use those to put on there. That's some good weight.
That's probably what happened, man. I had a piece of daggum. I had an envelope go up against that vent.
Are you talking around the back side of it?
On the side, not in the back. Look, it's got a vent on this side, and then it's got a vent on this side that's twice the size. Then it's got another vent in the back on this size, the size of the one over here.
Yeah, normally they put those fans on the back side.
It's got a lot of vent. I don't know. I'm on Windows 7. And on this Chromebook, I'm on Chrome. So
yeah, I'm on 10, Windows 10.
I'm not.
My biggest problem is whenever I use the system, I have to come back and clean it out just to make sure it's going to run smooth. And then on top of that, I had to do some updates, so it was a pain in the keister. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Wait a few minutes and try again.
I'm going to try that. What does it say? Every update, they turn back all the stuff you shut off too. Yeah, you ain't joking, man. They try. Look, I got Windows 7, and they're trying to send updates to it. You know, I don't know what they're updating. They don't have any. They don't even have support for Windows 7.
Exactly. They shouldn't.
What gets me is on all my Android, like this Chromebook and everything.
Right.
They were sending updates for Solitaire. I've never played Solitaire on the computer whatsoever, and I hit cancel, and it disappeared. Then it popped back up, still loading. I'd hit cancel, it popped back. I couldn't stop the upload, and it wasn't. And it did it like six different separate uploads for Solitaire that I don't even play.
Yep.
I mean, why did I need?
They don't. They just keep doing it. It's part of your programming system. Why they keep wanting to do that, I don't know. But yeah, they've done that to me in the past as well.
Oh, okay, wait. But my laptop, I'm on my laptop now. My desktop's what went out. I got that Hewlett Packard Pavilion, got Beats Audio. It's got all stuff.
When you had your computer up and running, it was coming in really good. With now on your laptop, it's kind of like it lag a little bit of you moving, but other than that, it's coming in good. The sound's coming in good.
I did a 3-hour live stream on this thing last night, and it did fine.
I didn't even know you were live last night. I'm like, what the heck? I looked at it this morning, and I saw that little part that you had in there for like a minute and a half or something like that with you, Jenny, and Cafe. And that's why I was wondering. I'm like, what happened to the rest of it? I'm like, what? Then I went back into the YouTube, and then I found that 3-hour video, and I'm like, what?
Yeah, I had Cafe and Happy Mama and Jenny were on there.
Oh wow, I gotta watch it. I haven't even seen it. I just saw it.
They didn't come in to the last 2 hours.
The
first hour is just me sitting there. I was talking to Buckeye Jim.
Fried okra.
I love fried okra. And guess what? Boiled okra is good too. It's just slimy.
I know. That's why I don't like it.
You know what's even better? Pickled okra. You wouldn't believe it, but it is.
Really?
Yeah, man.
I had when it was boiled. I had it when it was fried, and when it was fried, it was still slimy. And I'm like, maybe they didn't cook it right or something. I don't know, but it was like,
Look, I'd rather have okra than chitlins. You can't cook a chitlin any kind of way. And
I would too. Yeah, chitlins are gross, man, in my opinion.
Yeah. And look, I know the lady was my wife's or my ex-wife's now, but it was her aunt. She was country as hell. I forgot how many times she cleaned them before she really went to cook them. It was like 3 or 4 times she'd, boil them or whatever, and then throw out that water and then boil. I mean, she cleaned them out first and then boiled them, threw the water out, re-boiled them, did that 3 times. and I still couldn't get past the fact of what goes through them. That was.
I know.
Ugh.
It took me a long time too with you know what menudo is, right?
Who?
Menudo.
I don't guess so.
You know what tripe is?
Tripe.
Uh,
I know I ain't never ate it, I guess.
intestines and stomach of a
Oh,
cow. Yeah, it's menudo. It's called
yeah,
menudo.
no, thank you.
Oh, dude, it's so good. It is. It's really good. I'm, some people don't like it, and because of what it looks like in that. But once you get it cooked
Yeah.
and cleaned and everything, it's really good. But yeah, there's some strange foods out there. My wife yesterday, she was like, she had a hankering for Vietnamese food. I told her, "Are you pregnant?" It's like, no.
I don't know why this computer's going so slow.
There you go. Stomach lining wages world. Yeah. We call it us, is what we call them. Same thing. Trying to get my camera set and it's not working the way I want it to work.
I can't get anything to work the way I want it to over here on this end either.
Well, I'm as you can see, I'm pointing at the camera where I could see you and I right now. Okay. I mean at the screen where you and I are. But
Yeah.
the camera now that's videotaping is right here. So it's I gotta look back and forth there. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna mount it up and get it mounted up there. Which I think I can do right now. See if I can do this.
This shit was coming. You could see it from a mile away. I thought that they were going to sweep them all under the rug at the last second. That's so cool. Check this shit out.
I was kind of cussing in that live stream.
There we go. If I can see the screen.
He goes, this is for your whiskey table, Don boy. See that?
You see that?
This is Joe Biden's official brand of liquor. He wants me to celebrate the 20th on YouTube. He's got his own whiskey in here. You know what the name of the whiskey is? Taste of Victory.
Okay. That's enough of that.
He's got distilled.
That's enough of that.
Oh no!
I just thought that was funny.
I like liver too.
I do too.
Yeah,
but you know what's bothering me now? This is my problem with liver now. Liver is the filter of the body. So when you're eating liver, you're eating everything that was filtered through it. So you think about everything that was shot through those chickens or the cows, you know what I mean?
See, if I have to think about it, I don't want it then.
Well, it's like honey. I used to love honey until I started thinking about all the GMO stuff that the bees are taking in and making the honey out of. And I'm like, no.
Yeah.
But if I get the jab in the arm, I'll be able to eat GMO food because it'll go with my GMO body.
That's right. That's right. You'll be a new human.
What, a 2,600 wage? Me and my brother's got it in storage. We still got our original Atari and the games. You remember Zaxxon? I had Zaxxon. You had to fly that little spaceship through that fort and blow up all that stuff. And what did I do with my daggone drink?
Never had an Atari. All I had was a stick and a ball.
Hey, our first computer we got it at Zayre's. Do you remember those stores called Zayre's?
I've never heard of them.
No. Okay, they were selling. It was called a Timex Sinclair. First home computer we ever had. It was about as big as that.
I believe it.
It didn't do much. And then we got a Nintendo. Wait a minute, was it Nintendo? It had you remember the B-52 bomber? They had that game, but anyhow, you could get a keyboard, or it was like like your keyboard on your laptop kind of, and plug it in. But it was just simple stuff. All you could really do is like a calculator and then we got a Commodore 64.
Oh yeah, I remember them.
I made moving graphics on that. I taught myself how to make moving graphics. I was going to build a video game. I wished I had pursued that. And this is in like 85, 86. And then I'd gotten the Air Force and I just, didn't pay attention to computers after that. Now look where we're at. I made moving graphics.
Hold on.
I taught myself how to make moving graphics. I was going to build a video game.
Computers.
I wish I had pursued that. And this
Come
is
on.
586. I can hear me thinking.
I'm glad you can.
It's a big squeal. Sounds like gears grinding.
All right.
Shoot, yeah, you saw Mystic remembers theirs. The one we had in Memphis, it had like, I don't know how they did it, but it had like driveway gravel for the walls on the outside, and they made it, the roof did like this. It was all made out of concrete, and the roof was like that on it, and the sides were like that too, and it had like driveway gravel in it. It was weird. That's where I got all these foreign coins at, man. Look, I got coins to countries that don't exist in this treasure box right here. I showed you these before.
Yep.
I got Korean. I've got Hong Kong. It's all sorts of. There's countries that don't exist anymore. I've got countries when Queen Elizabeth was still in control of them. She's on the money. Those things ought to be worth something.
You would think.
Well, matter of fact, I got some out right now somewhere. Look at the weird shapes. Oh, shoot. I thought I dropped my laptop. See, like that one there.
Yeah, looks like you got like about a 10 or 15-second delay.
Yeah, I do. I counted earlier. It was hell that one I did the other day. I got stuff like that.
Those are British coins?
Man, my audio was 15 seconds ahead of the video. So when I fell down, you heard me fall down before you saw me fall down. On one of them live streams I did. And you know what I don't get? I plugged that camera I got on the tripod into my USB port on this laptop.
Yeah.
And then on the camera settings, I found the camera and I selected it, but I never could get it to play through this laptop.
That's weird.
Will it not let it bypass the built-in camera or what?
Who knows?
Yeah, I've seen him a couple times. He was talking about the big boom that everybody heard on a 78-mile stretch or whatever in Florida. And they're trying to say sonic booms from the airplanes.
I heard the same thing. But the guy...
a sonic boom is like an instant boom, and that's it. It don't shake water out of the swimming pool for 15 seconds.
No. It'll shadow your windows for a few seconds.
Yeah, it can do that.
Yeah. Oh, man, this is my breakfast fries.
I ain't had any breakfast. Unless you count that little sip of corn juice I sipped on.
I mean, the one that you had the gallon jug up.
That was the stuff. That was the first stuff off there. You ain't supposed to drink that.
Yeah.
It's
Hold on a
methanol.
sec.
I'm serious. It's methanol. I gotta see what my dog's barking at. We've been having like some activity around here. You know, let me leave that much here. Oh. Here's where the magic happens. See my little cardboard box? That's where I've been doing my. Man, I can't get this camera show nothing. Or I'm in the way one. But that little room I built right here.
So did it warm up out there when you built that little room? Did it get warmer?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's warmer than the outside.
Yeah.
Listen, what is that? Oh, it's a motorcycle. I thought it was a helicopter coming. What are you barking at, Ouija? Oh, I forgot to tell you, happy Martin Luther King Day. Woohoo! Hey, I don't hear you for some reason. Oh, you wasn't saying anything, were you? I don't hear you. What do I do? Hit a button? No, my mic. You're muted.
No, I'm not. I was just messing with you. I was moving my lips, but not making any sound.
Well, you know, I have all sorts of problems, so.
You're crazy, Don.
What is it, Ouija?
Hey, John, you roll your own. You roll your own smokes, right? You roll your own
Yeah.
smokes, right? What tobacco do you use?
Gambler.
Yeah, that's what I use too.
I usually use the gold bag, but I've been using a red because I can just go up to Dollar General. All they have is red.
Yeah. So what is it? It's a yellow. It's a yellow. It's a yellow light.
The gold, yeah.
Yeah, they're lights. Okay.
And
Yeah,
I can
use the
tell the
red.
difference.
Oh yeah, you most definitely can.
It takes
what
me
I'm
a
doing.
while to get used to the red.
That's what I'm doing right now. Is rolling me some. Trying to anyway. There's one cigarette.
Oh man. Figure I'll just sit out here in the sun
Well,
a little bit.
Well, at least you're being able to be picked up. Before you'd step outside that door, we'd lose a lot of you.
Well, I got my tablet sitting there at the door. So I mean, it gets, believe it or not, that hot spot gets out pretty good.
Yeah. So how's Ouija acting
but
after the day? After the day I talked to you, you said she was acting all strange and that, sticking real close to you.
Oh, the next day she took off ahead of me through the woods like normal. But that day, I showed you that, right? Well, I put it on video too.
Yeah, I never seen her stay
I've
that close to you.
But yesterday, she was barking over that way, and that's where I was hearing tree knocks. And anyhow, I went to take her over there and had her in my arms, and she was trying to hide in my shirt, and she was looking around like, you know, what is it? And I found an area. Man, I wonder if I can get up there. You know what? I'll just carry my tablet with me, and I'll show you. That gum trees. Pull my sunglasses off.
I like that. I like that video that you sent me in regards to the people that heard that sound in the back in the woods.
Uh-huh.
Wow, that was wild. I was like,
wait a minute, what video?
The video you sent me where people were in the woods and they heard some weird noise. I mean, like a yell.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa. The one that you had on your channel when we were doing that live, when you were doing that live and we were all in there, that is a scary freaking sound. I wish you could get that one back up there.
It is. It's up.
Oh, you should do a premiere on that. That one's
Well,
really
I mean, all right, now I'm gonna try something here. I'm gonna set my. This is my. Can y'all see that? My tablet hotspot. Look at that daggum screen on it. That screen is all cracked. I think that's why my eyes are so bad. I'm serious. Now I'm gonna show you something me and my dog found when I. Oh shit! The daggum tablet slung off onto the ground. You stay there, Ouija. I don't know if I can do this or not. I'm mobile on a laptop. Can you believe that? Now look, this is right across the street. Right across the street from my driveway. I'm going to show you what I found. And tell me something ain't messing with me. I want you to look at this. Can you see all those broken pine trees? Can you see that?
Hold it still.
Hang on, let me. Shoot, I can't find the cursor in there.
Oh, I see them. Yeah, I see them.
You see that?
What the hell?
They're all laid different directions.
Uh-oh.
See, they got a main power line that comes through here. So they did Roundup on everything. That's why they're dead. But look at all these. They're broke. It's like I showed my neighbor. I found it yesterday. And then he come by this morning. And I'm like, do you see this? Look, we've been finding like bottles and jars set up in the forks of trees in the middle of my woods back there.
Telling you, somebody's messing with you guys.
I don't think it's a somebody.
Well, or something.
I think it's, yeah. I'm serious. It's crazy.
Well, after what I heard that night, I'm convinced you guys have a problem out there.
I wish you could have heard it in real life.
And Ouija confirms it.
If y'all could have heard that in real life. I mean, I had the speakers going wide open with that music, and it still picked it up.
Yeah. Then when you turn the sound off, you can really hear it. It was loud. I mean, it was loud. Have a good one, West Texas.
See you later.
Enjoy your day.
Well, it looks like some of the old people are coming back. I got a comment from Wolf Lover.
Really? Cool.
I guess my channel, John Boy's showing up now.
It is, and it looks good. At least you could see the title on it. At least you can put comments in it. You could see live. You could see all the saved, all that stuff on the bottom. Before you couldn't see any of that stuff.
Oh no, it was crazy. Because I'd go check it out with my John Boy 2 channel or whatever I call it now. I need to come up with a different name. That Sasquatch Moonshine, that's just too long of a time. Hey, there's Mystic. I didn't see him in there. What's going on, man? Hang on. I added them. It's just loop-de-looped.
Mystic. There he is.
I don't see him.
Am I here?
There
I see him.
What just happened?
Dude, I try and come up on your stream. Now my shit's acting all crazy.
They don't like me.
Dude. Oh, what's going on with you? No, I come up and then all of a sudden I lost my hotspot and shit. And like on the YouTube side, I'm not up on the screen on the YouTube side, but I'm on the StreamYards, and it's maybe I type too much.
I don't know. Well, I'm 15 seconds or better behind on YouTube because I'll do a little count. I'll put like my hand like that and count how many seconds it is before I see it on YouTube. And it was like
StreamYards is working, so screw YouTube. Sorry, YouTube. Love y'all, everybody. But
we're still on YouTube. I hate YouTube.
Oh,
man,
everybody's getting to that
out of
point.
hand. Hey, it ain't just YouTube though, man. See, you can't show too much hate towards one platform, because this was all coming. We were all saying this shit 6 years and more. We all already knew this.
Yeah.
So it should not be a surprise. And it's not just one platform, it's every platform.
Well, what's surprising the mostly is who they're going after and what's going on with the system.
They went
That's
after exactly what I said 3 years ago. I was saying it 8 years ago before I started doing YouTube. Then I started doing YouTube and I jumped right in with the community. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But I was telling y'all, the fake anonymous, the fake truthers, you know, because think about it. They shut down all the good people and all the good get it out there communities.
Mm-hmm.
But yet you still got all this stuff going on and people in the millions of subscribers. It's got to go and show you they can't be the proper ones. Anonymous told y'all almost 5 to 6 years ago, after that girl died. I don't know how much y'all actually know about all that, but they told us all back then, don't post up with your mask. Don't subscribe to these channels. Don't comment. That is not us. We're in the backgrounds working. Don't do it. They're infiltrating us. They're trying to get your data. Well, ain't nobody listened. They're still repping. Now everybody's freaking anonymous, right? Now everybody's, but no, it was all specifically, strategically done. So now most all this shit, that's like, okay, so yeah, they do give some truths, not just anonymous, but like the truther community in all areas, the political, in every area, every community, there is truths, okay? But when have you seen one of those big channels with any of those truths fulfill what they say is coming? No, it just turns into more code, more deciphering, and more. So it don't matter what side you're on. This shit started way before the 60s, but big time in the 60s. But man, it's that agenda I can't call the number on, because every time I do it screws up channels. But it's that agenda, and you should know what agenda I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
It's happening. So
yeah,
we done seen what they're going to do on a big world scale. There ain't really nothing we can do. We can sit here and drive our asses crazy. We can get the word out, keep making new YouTube channels and this and that. But really, at the end of the day, dude, it don't matter.
It don't matter left or right in office. It don't matter.
What matters is that we are alive right now. We are breathing. We are still being able to be a community and be with each other. We still have our loved ones or whatnot. Until they show up at our door, or until they actually let those mobs hit the suburban areas, I'm not worried about it no more. I'm tired of stressing over it, because even though some people are putting out truth, it's still a lie. Because they never fulfill the truth. They never fulfill. It's all for ratings and showings.
Right.
That's why they're shutting
Well,
down the
remember
good
all-
ones, but keeping up the bad ones.
You
Well, if
remember
they're
all the
regulating all the good people, but they're still leaving other people up, then
Well, we're-
don't just kind of common sense say that them are bad people? That they might not
We're-
be the truth? They might not be the way?
We were supposed to be getting bombarded by asteroids back in September.
Yep.
The fucking my bad. I don't know. Y'all know I cuss. I'm sorry. I do try and watch my cussing a little bit when I go on. I cuss a lot. My
I
bad.
got
man.
on 18 plus.
But,
I got on 18 plus.
But just it wasn't what 6-7 months ago, the Pentagon actually released a statement that UFOs are real. Well, hell,
Yeah.
we knew
Yeah.
that shit before we were born.
Yeah. We knew that shit. We knew that stuff
Oh.
already.
Hey,
Yeah.
but ain't nobody going ape shit on that, are they?
Nope.
You would think that's something big. Hey, the Pentagon released this. It's actually on the government documents, the government sites you can go to. But when people post all these different truths, you notice they never actually show you the actual bills, the actual statements from .gov. I've always promoted, John Boy, maybe you remember, I always said it. If you're not showing .gov, you're not showing the truth. You can't take 50 different email and services that nobody knows about and then mix it in with some mainstream media. I mean, you can do that and you can paint a fake picture, but until I see the .gov and I can look up .gov document and read it for myself, then it ain't true. You know what I'm saying?
You can go to the CDC's own website, and they show that less than 10,000 people have actually died from this Corvette.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Look what they did
But
with
on the
Tennessee.
news, 2 million people have died.
They were just doing it right here in Tennessee, buddy, when it first hit. Because remember, the tornadoes ripped those 3 places apart. And then right after that, the pandemic. But they were saying,
pandemic,
everybody that got sick and everybody that died, they automatically marked it up as COVID. When come to find out, they had it up. Tennessee was the highest rated COVID spot in the whole world at the moment. And come to find out, there's only like 800, if that, people that died.
I ain't even met anybody that's got a cold in this state. You know what I'm saying? I ain't met somebody that's got hay fever yet.
Well, I'm not saying it's not real, because it's definitely real. It's just, it's a higher string. And this COVID, man, it's not new.
No.
There's over 800. There was a whistleblower from China that worked in there with that all her life. You know, that was her profession. She come out and she got put out because she whistleblowed. There's over 800 strands of the COVID. This is just one they let out. Well, if you go back, look back before any of this ever happened, and you go get a bunch of cleaners, like Lysol cleaners and different stuff like that.
That's what I was going to mention.
Cleaners that, man, it's been around for a long time.
Yeah, it's called flu.
Your dog carries COVID. You know, my dog carries it. Lysol can't carry it.
Go around saying it's fake. I just say it's a little exaggerated. It is something to be worried about, but it's not something that we really couldn't fix if we didn't want to. You know what I mean? And with these vaccines, dude, we've been following this shit for way too long. We know about the chemtrails. We know about the nanobots. We know about what we know about from all vaccines and diseases and flus from all these years. Why the hell would you go letting them stick you with anything in this day and time?
Well, look how strange this is, though. As soon as the president gets pushed out of office and that, suddenly they want to open up all the stores and everything now. Come on, what the hell's going on here? It's a game.
They're the ones that shut them down.
Exactly.
They're the ones that shut them down.
I know.
They're the ones that said, stay in your house and vote. We're going to let Mark Zuckerberg count your votes, basically.
Yeah.
Yep. We knew. We saw it.
It's coming, bro. It's coming. Look, I think we're going to have, when spring hits and good weather hits, you know, it's always the best economically anyways. Even in a depression, it's always summertime and spring shit gets better for a little bit.
Variant.
I think they're going to make it to where it seems like things are getting better, and it's kind of to numb everybody. But then there's going to be one very huge disaster because look, I don't hear nobody talking about the 7 countries that lost power almost all at the same time, all across the world. Dude, it's coming.
Mexico, Pakistan,
Ukraine,
Ukraine, all of them. Yeah, exactly.
Dude, it's coming. How long do you think?
And why would they have up to 30,000 troops at the Capitol with F-16s? And come on, that's a little overkill, I think.
Now, what I want to believe and what I believe is 2 different things. I want to believe that there's still all those freaking indictments and they're all going to be together at the inauguration.
Exactly.
And then they're all just going to get busted and we're finally going to see justice. That's what I want to believe.
Me too. All of us do.
But that ain't happening, bro.
Nah. I'll be surprised if
it's going to go off without a hitch. It's going to be peaceful. So it's got to let you wonder. Because look, we were talking about Florida earlier. When we left Florida, they started the chemtrails a couple years before that. We broke 5 weather records in the Panhandle 1 year when we left. Well, that same year, we were talking about all this. It's when Obama rewrote the NDAA. He didn't just sign it like all presidents do. He rewrote it. And that's when we went over and they took our hostages over there at the Strait of Hormuz. And he took cash over there and then didn't even get all our hostages back and shit.
Yeah.
We've been talking about this ever since then. Well, at that time, they were moving in mass military all across the United States. Some people noticed it. Most all those old videos are gone. But what they were doing, they were widening roads. They were coming through doing road work and shit. They were widening roads so that way they could have more transport in and out and they could get more military in and out. We went up the interstate, man, right there in Destin. Dude, there was like at least 5,000 military trucks, dude, on the interstate. Had the whole interstate clogged up. They were headed down south. They were widening. So we knew back then, dude, big shit's coming. That's when Walmart finally started getting exposed and all the tunnels and the FEMA camps and all that shit. So I mean,
yeah, this has been building up for a while. We know that this all was coming in that.
They had everybody stuck on the social media. And this has been my biggest complaint the whole time. Yeah, we can sit here, we can talk about it, we can put our views, ideas out, we can prep, we can work together. But what can we actually do? What are we actually doing? The more time we spend talking about it from community to community, we're not actually doing nothing. So the whole time, they've been out there setting up and just playing us like little puppets. And we've been following right in suit, man.
There is nowhere to go to do anything about anything. They got it so spread out.
Where are you going to hide, John Boy? Them damn drones, dude. I guarantee you got about 500,000 drones just over top of John Boy.
They're still going to have to find me.
Remember that? Obama's the one that started putting the drones up in the air. He released 300,000 drones the 1 year. And then the next year, you unleashed like what, another 200,000?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's why it's like it's old to talk about, man. It's after you've seen what they can do if they don't like you and how they can shut half of the country down. Dude, that's end times. Look at what China's been doing. We've been talking about that with the facial recognition and all that, the grading system, all that. That's what they're doing to us. It's just going to take them longer to do it to us. But they've already infiltrated us.
You know what China's got? You know what China's got?
I'm sorry.
China's way past facial recognition. They are into racial recognition.
They've already heard this. That's what all this data is. Every bit of it.
Well, look, they know, you know, over in Asia, there's a bunch of different Asians, but to us, they all look the same. Well, they got racial recognition. They can determine what kind of Asian that Asian is because they're against certain Asians. You see what I'm saying? They got racial recognition.
They are grading their citizens.
They are too here.
If you go into the store, yeah, they are doing it here. It's just people don't realize it in the full force. It's one thing to talk about China to do it, but when you talk about people in our same communities and talk about, well, it's been happening here, all they do is, oh, yeah, I know, right? And then they go into something else, but they don't really to the fullest understand that this is all a data mine. This is how they're beating us. This is exactly how they're keeping us so distraught and divided. Dude, nobody knows, man. Like I said, there's things I want to believe, but then there's reality.
Right.
And reality says we're spending too much time thinking about it and less time doing what we need to do.
Yeah, but I've tried to think about what we need to do, and there's nowhere to go to do what we need to do.
No, we're right here, man. We're not dead yet. We wake up. We still have to eat, sleep, and shit.
Right.
Very.
They're going to take that away from us.
Oh, no, man. If you need to get warm right now, you can still go out there and cut you some damn wood and start a fire and get warm, right?
Right.
That's what we need to focus on, what we can do. And we need to actually prep and knowledge and stuff because, look, they've about killed off a whole generation. We've committed genocide.
Well, look,
a lot of people don't want to talk about it with the Sioux Nation. The Sioux Nation ran this shit. It's all where we grew up from. This is our land. We know this land.
In 2014, I officially moved to my bug out camp. This is my bug out camp. You see what I'm saying?
You're lucky.
I thought the shit was, well, this is phase 1. Phase 2, I'm leaving this, you know. But I just wanted to make sure I was out of the big cities. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you're still on the internet, so you're not out of the loop.
Yeah, but
you can't run and hide from those drones. At the end of the day, dude, at the end of the day, I know we got a lot of boomsticks here in this country.
Yeah.
A lot of people have them. And a lot of people are so willingly to go fight, but then say they don't agree with fight. But at the end of the day, when they overtake us, there ain't no fighting, dude, because they're already here.
Right.
They've been here. All these sanctuary cities and shit everybody wanted to protect. They're already here because it is guaranteed fact. No country can overtake us. Not from just sailing over here or paratrooping in, or there's no way any country, even if they tag team us, there's no way any other country can just swarm over here. They've been doing what they taught Mexico all my life. Over there, the old Mexico, they used to teach their kids in schools that we will one day take over America and never fire a shot.
They're doing it from the inside with mental psyops. Look at all this cross-gender bullshit and all that. That's part of the psyops. That's part of demoralize. You demoralize a nation, you own that nation. And they did it from the inside with their own people, with our own people. They started with our kids.
I was lucky. You were lucky. Last Stand was lucky because we were right there in that era in public schools.
Y'all luckier than me. See, I come up off of y'all. Y'all's kind of, I
How
was
old are
right
you?
under y'all. I'm only 41, man. I'm 79, baby. You're like 10, 15 years older than me.
11.
11 years. There you go. You got 11 years on me. You're 11 years luckier.
Well, see, in school, I did not take that shit serious, man. I was known as a class clown. I was in trouble all the time, but that's because I wasn't going with their program. You know what I mean? I don't know how to explain it, but intuition I've been questioning everything since the age of 3. I remember since I've been 3.
A lot, and people think, well, I am crazy, but dude, I talk about that so much. I used to get in trouble. See, a lot of my family is military, Air Force Base, damn Navy SEALs even, and so I grew up around that kind of patriotic. You go to school every morning, the first thing you do at homeroom is you stand up, put your hand on your heart, I pledge allegiance. I never could do that. And my dad was freaking mean, dude. My dad beat me just to beat me. So when he gets a phone call saying your son won't stand up and pledge allegiance, dude, really? Do you know how bad the beatings were? Plus I get in trouble. And even though no matter how many beatings and much I get in trouble, something inside me just said something ain't right about this shit.
Look, in elementary school, they assigned a psychologist to me. And you know what that psychologist's conclusion was? I was normal.
Not mine. See, that's where you're 11 years luckier than me. Because when they pull me in there, it's instant put the whole school on Ritalin.
We didn't have Ritalin when I was that came in your era, yeah.
I was one of the first recipients on original Ritalin.
And guess what happened?
I turned into a damn drug addict piece of shit. That's what happened.
And y'all's generation that got put on that Ritalin had babies that had problems due to that Ritalin the moms and dads were taking. I don't care, whatever the dad, it transfers through the sperm, dadgummit.
Dude, this shit's been, and the problem I'm getting right now in life, okay, we all know this, we knew this, we're still talking, blah, 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 whatever. But just over the last year or two, let's don't even count the whole 4 years, let's don't count the last 12 years.
Right.
But just with social media and everything that we know, that the whole world knows, whether they watch news or don't watch news, it's out there. You're only going to see what you want to see, period. So let's just give credit to everybody. What's being done? What can we do? We can't do nothing.
Well, look how they
focusing on all that shit. Let's quit focusing on the drama sphere, and let's just know we still have a breath right now. We still got loved ones. We still got a job to do, and they can't stop us from doing that job. Until they show up and they pull up at our houses, that's a different damn story. But let's just keep it quiet, be prepared until then. You know what I'm saying?
Look at the new tool they got. Now, if you're not with the narrative, you're a white supremacist terrorist, domestic terrorist. They're
That's like that whole deport Trump shit. If they can deport Trump, dude, they've deported us all because Trump is the American fucking dream, like him or not.
He's still the other wing of the bird that's going in the new world direction.
And then, like, you hear talk about, oh, the banks are going to shut him down. Dude, do you really honestly believe the banks are going to shut Trump down and not take his money?
Well, look,
do you know how much money they would have to give him back?
Look,
they got that kind of money to drop him.
That one Deutsche Bank or whatever, they dropped him, and you know why?
Because they're investigating China and the banking system. That's
They-
why they dropped them. Because
They
they're
say
part of the
they're
China
dropping
problem.
him. They say they're dropping him, but they can't just drop him, dude. He's got billions of dollars in the motherfucker. They ain't got $1 billion. Look, okay, look, let's
No,
act
that
like
was his loaning bank. That was the one that
let's
gave
act
him
like
loan.
you got let's act like you got $100,000 and you're not as high up as Trump and pretty much built their banks and stuff basically. But you got $100,000. You got it split in 2 different banks. Okay, it's been 20, 30 years now. They've been banking off of your money. You finally go in and say, you know what? I want all my money back and I want it right now, cash.
You won't get it.
No, so how
They
the
ain't
fuck
got
are
it.
they going to give Trump back billions?
The
They're not
bank
just-
I'm talking about was the bank that loaned them money. They were the ones that are sitting. I'm guaranteeing they're tied in with China, man.
Well, yeah, they're all tied in with that. I'm just saying it's coming across like they're dropping him. But dude,
No,
you can't just
no.
drop that kind of money. You
That's
can't.
the mainstream spin. See,
If I come to you and I say, John Boy, I've been invested in you for 10 years. I gave you this money. I've invested into you. Hey, I want all my money back tomorrow. Can John Boy give me all my money back tomorrow?
nope,
Fuck
because
no,
they've
neither can
invested
these
that money.
Neither
Or
can
so
these
they
banks,
say.
dude. Because at the end of the day, these banks was built off of nothing. They didn't actually have no money to start the banking system. They used
Right.
your money.
Right.
So there's no way they can do it as a political ploy. They can trick people and stuff like that and just put it out there like that. But realistically, no, they can't just drop him. You can't just drop billions of dollars that's been invested into you. And if he's not invested into some of these banks, then who gives a shit if they drop him? You see what I'm saying? But Trump didn't just do what he's done since he was a kid, dude. For America, he's been working along inside with these some bitches, but not being political all his life across all these countries. He's more friends with all these people's enemies, and he don't have to sell out. He tells it how it is. You know, if we ain't making money, we ain't doing it. Period.
Well, the
It's
reason
business.
they don't like Trump is because they can't buy them out and they can't blackmail them. They can't do anything.
But he did just prove to us that everything that we know
It's
is
true.
true and can happen. We can bring our businesses home. We can
Oh,
grow.
yeah.
We can boom like never before. But the problem is it's just way too late.
Yeah.
It's just way too late. The agenda was already fulfilled out. You know,
Well, in the early 90s, I sat there and I was like, how's this country going to keep making it with just retail stores? You can't just keep selling. You got to build. You got to manufacture. You can't just be a retail country.
well, that's like you talked about. See, we was the #1 manufacturers of the world. And now we're all just consumers, retail and consuming. But you mentioned Zayres. I remember Zayres. I remember when Zayres sold out to Target.
Yeah, that's what happened, ain't it?
I also remember that was the start that brought along Walmart 10, 15 years later. And we said it then, Walmart's going to shut everything down, but yet nobody did nothing to it. It's the biggest shop store today, and 80% of the proceeds still go back to China, not back to America. And then you had Lowe's.
In the beginning with Walmart, underneath Walmart, it said American made on the building. When Sam Walton owned it, before he died. Once he died, then it went strictly like it is now.
But we all prophesized this shit being dumbasses in the sticks without an education. We were already prophesizing all this shit that's going on now, but we were told to shut up. We were told we were crazy. It was all conspiracies. Conform.
Well, let me ask you something. Have you noticed any Texacos disappearing?
We ain't even got none up here that I know of. I ain't seen
Really?
one.
Well, I remember
We got
30
several.
years ago, 7-Eleven disappeared out of Memphis area, and now the Texacos are gone.
Well, Chevron and all that, people's been buying into bad people ever since we've been born because what was his name? Chavez. No, gosh damn. Over there in Cuba, the main dude in Cuba, what's his freaking name?
What, back in the day? I think you had it right, Chavez.
Well, Chavez was over in Mexico.
Cuba. I can't remember.
Anyways, dude, you'd probably do a quick Google search, but dude owns Chevron and Citgo's, and he always has. He's always owned that gas. We've always bought that gas, and he's always been. He's against the blonde-haired, blue-eyed people, white people, but yet he's made his living off selling us gas. Gosh damn, why can't I just because I thought about it, I can't think of his name.
Yeah, I have the same problem.
Dude. You'll know it as soon as next time you go live, if I remember, I'll tell you. And you'll know it as soon as I say it. God damn, he owns Citgo though, and all that gas. And he's from like Cuba or whatever.
I can't. I mean, my mind is.
So we've been paying into terrorism and people that hate us ever since we've been alive. It's not our fault. It's just now it's too far along. What do? We can sit online. We can play into their narrative just like they want us on these social medias in our houses, contained, being stupid. We're not seeing the bigger picture. So really, we just need to live our life, come together in a different way, show them we don't give a shit. We're Americans. We're still going to work. We're still going to overcome. We're still going to take care of our families. We're still going to live. Just don't come to our door trying to take our shit, because we'll all die freely and happily.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I don't know how to say it, but I will not conform to their way of wanting us the new normal.
I'm not a professional, and I don't like memorize a lot of stuff, so I don't never have the right words, and I sound stupid when I talk, I guess. But there was an old, I don't know if it was a Japanese emperor or what it was, but there a long time ago, there was like this emperor, big dude, spiritual and war and all that. The United States could not be overcome. Why? Because if you step foot on the American soil, there'll be a gun behind every blade of grass.
Yeah. But see, they're blurring the line so much, people ain't going to even realize the enemy is over here, which they are.
They're already here.
Yeah.
And now instead of focusing on all the bad people, they got us turning against our own neighbors, our own families, our own companies.
They scared people into it.
So what are you going to do?
People want to be with the majority, which somehow they've made the minority look like the majority. And I'm talking about as far as politically thinking. But look at this. You see this old, I think it's a fat separator. It's got that little thing right there, for broth.
Yeah, my
neighbor gave it to me. Well, check this out. I don't know if you can see that. It says made in Japan. That's before it went to Hong Kong and all that other stuff.
It's Fabrique or something. I can't read Japan, so my bad for any Japanese out there. I love all people, by the way. I know I seem racist sometimes, but I'm really not racist.
It says fabriqué à Japan. I guess it's a French word on there. Am I upside down? No, I'm right.
No, that's good. Hey, and that's even when all those other countries, you know, their shit wasn't as good as ours, but their shit was
Hell
still
yeah.
good back then.
This is made in Japan. I guarantee you, this is in the '60s. Japan was the like China now.
Yeah.
Back then, Japan was the one making all this stuff that would import over
Fidel
here.
Castro. That's it.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Fidel Castro. Yes. We've been paying into the damn bullshit all our lives, and that's it. Thank you so much, Texas. Fidel Castro. It was on the tip of my tongue. It's just, you know, it's that internet curse. You got to look stupid. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, that's how I do things, man. I play dumb. When people
But at
think
the
you're
end of
dumb,
the day, at the end of the day, what religion you believe, what politics you believe, none of that shit matters to us.
no.
You know what matters to us is how do you treat me when I'm around you? Are you trying to fuck me over? Are you trying to sketch me on something? You trying to sell me some bullshit? You trying to sneak in get to be my friend, sneak in the back door, screw my old lady? Or are you genuinely caring good to me? Give me good deals, hook us. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, no matter what you are, it's about how are you going to treat me?
It's who you are, not
Exactly.
look, like I always say, who you see on this YouTube channel is who you will see if you saw me in real life.
Me too. Everybody's all of a sudden this last year because of the drinking and getting real bad. Everybody thinks it's an act. And oh, you can't take none of this YouTube for real. But no, I am real. I'm the same dumbass that's doing the dumbass shit on here. These are my capabilities. I'm the same one trying to be positive in a world of negative. I am the same exact person you're going to meet.
Well, look at this.
Don't let me get too drunk and be negative around me, or else shit's probably going to screw up really, really bad.
You know how I like to say I'm a hillbilly, right? But if you think about how hillbillies really are, they're easy to get along with people. They're hard to get to know, but they're good people. And they will never do anything to harm anybody else. They will help anybody they can, but don't ever cross a hillbilly.
Same thing with a redneck. It's the same thing.
To me is a little different because they're looking for a fight.
Most true
ones down here.
Most true rednecks and true hillbillies don't believe in racism. We don't give a shit who you are, what color you are, and we don't buy into excuses.
Right.
You know, and hey, there's actually a black dude. I'll have to look him up again. There's a black dude that does 5 things about rednecks. And he does what rednecks do and what do. He's on point. He's funny as hell. You love him. I have to hook you up with that. I'll have to look it up again. But yeah, he does that. Somebody encountered him. They said, hey, you always do these videos on what rednecks do, but do you know what rednecks don't do? So yeah, he come out like fire, and he did about 5-6 minute video on 5 things rednecks don't do. They don't buy into racism. They don't buy into excuses, and they never give up from a fight.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I got redneck in me, but I try to stick on the hillbilly side because that makes me look even slower or less with what's going on. You know,
I'm a mixed breed, man. I don't even know what the hell I am. I'm a mixed breed. I'm a mutt.
I got Cherokee, English, and Scandinavian, and
well, see, I thought I was Cherokee and Navajo. Come to find out, I'm Sioux Nation, baby. I'm part of the genocide. I'm part of the genocide. Hitler never died, bro. Hitler never died. And did we really beat the British?
No. Look, we're getting taxed more now than if we hadn't bought them.
Just saying. Just saying. Yes, Texas. Yes,
If you
exactly.
if you took all the taxes off a gallon of gas, it only cost you a dime.
But yeah, Texas Googled it. That's exactly who I was talking about, was Fidel Castro. We've been buying into it. And look, if you actually do your research on Castro, he's like the same thing, the Islamic. Blonde hair, blue eyes. We are the evil of the world. They hate us. But yet Fidel Castro ran half of the gas and the fuel that come into our country. So anytime you went to a Citgo or somewhere like that, you were basically paying the bad guys to be able to drive your cars.
Whatever happened to Castro?
Fuck, I don't even know, man.
Well, look, was it damn,
I don't forgot. Man, my memory's so shot.
Look, they chased Gaddafi until he got into like a church in Mexico or something like that. And I was in the Air Force, and we had C-130s that were going down there, airlifting supplies or whatever. We had C-130s coming back, bullet holes in them. This is in the late 80s. And they were going after Gaddafi. And I can't remember why they were going after him now, but I was wondering that
my memory's so scattered that hell, I can't believe I still remember Castro. Most people that are big into politics, they don't even know is.
I'm trying to remember what happened to him. Didn't they get rid of him? Didn't they kill him?
I don't want to speak because honestly, I don't remember.
Well, Puerto Rico is a territory of the United States.
Right.
I don't get that. The Virgin Islands is a territory.
That's like a lot of people don't know about Florida and Cuba. We already had our war. We had a literal war between Florida and them because they kept trying to. That's why in the Key West, they put big ass stones in the waterway to keep ships from being able to come all the way up to the shore. And if you're a native to Key West, every year they still celebrate that war. But that was a war that was between Florida and overseas, I guess Cuba or whatever, because we were trying to stop the drug runners and shit. But then after that, South Florida filled up with damn Cubans and foreigners.
And they still coming in on boats.
If you move to South Florida, you basically got to learn Spanish and shit now. You know what I mean?
Well, hell, in Memphis, Tennessee, on Jackson Avenue, it used to be poor black people, right? You'd see them sitting on, drunk or whatever on the sidewalks and at the liquor stores. Well, I went down there, it's been 20 years ago, but I went to the AutoZone down there one day, and I got to noticing, I was like, there weren't any more black people. It was Mexicans. I went in the AutoZone. I was the only one speaking American in AutoZone. And I looked out the window to make sure I was still, on Jackson, off Jackson Avenue in Memphis. But I was the only one speaking English. It was crazy. And that was over 4 years ago.
You can say hey if you want. I'm not on my stream.
I know. I waved earlier.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to get on my stream no more. We had a bunch of bullshit though. Boy, that's what I'm telling you, dude.
I've
literally broken every rule. So you got these communities now, the Dramasphere, which you know about a bunch of them. Oh, we're gonna dox you. We're gonna get your whole motherfucker. I'm John Michael Hall. This is my address. Here's my prison numbers. Hey, I help you out. I want you to do a background check on me and show the world. I want you to. Okay, so here's my social security number. Here's my, basically give everything. There ain't one report on me. So anytime you see on social media background reports and shit and such is this,
Yeah.
or you can't believe it because they can't do it.
Well, look,
I mean, they could do it, but you don't
There's
know
a-
what's true and what's not, because at the end of the day, in order to get a full background report on me, high authorities have to have a consent. They can't, a job can't just do a background report on you. You have to sign a consent for even a job to do a background report. So don't be buying into, because trust me, they've tried to get the police on me. They've did everything they can do. But you know, the one thing they ain't did is show a background report on me.
Well, check this out. There's a channel I watched called Living Off Grid in a Tiny House, and he had viewers calling in reporting him for like code violations, and he ain't doing nothing wrong. I ain't gonna get all, but anyhow, this one dude in Tennessee kept calling the sheriff's department and said, "Hey, he's violating this." Sheriff come out and check, I have to, blah blah blah. Well, the dude did it again. And the sheriff come out, and somehow or another, anyhow, that dude that kept doing all these reports on that YouTube guy. Look, this guy's in Tennessee, and the tiny house thing is in Missouri.
Yeah.
The guy in Tennessee got arrested for filing false reports.
That's what I'm trying to get in my chat. The bad people, they've been slowing down and shit, but they're still there. But I've been trying to get them to walk themselves into a trap, because false information is a Class C felony. So they're only going to come out here so many times and not arrest me before they finally take it serious. And so now I do have authorities watching my chats and this and that. So I'm not worried about it. I'm just saying, it goes to show you, dude, you can't. I've been saying this shit for way too long. I've been proving it as I say it. It's just, I'm just a drunk, though. I did it in a drunk way, as being a drunk. And so he's just, I think that's the only reason they ain't completely shut me down. Because they're like, well, he's just a stupid drunk. Nobody's going to listen to him anyways. And
yeah.
so I can play copyrighted music. So I can talk about this and that. I ain't had a strike yet.
The only strikes I got were doctors talking about what this thing really is and what they can do for it. And I'm getting copyright strikes or community guidelines strikes for putting out medical misinformation.
That's because you're not a drunk like me, man. Give me that goddamn video and I'll post it, and let's see what happens. It'll be interesting. It'll be interesting. I'm curious now.
It won but a minute and a half.
Overlook my channel because I'm just a drunk, right?
It won but a minute and a half long.
But
and it didn't have me in it.
Texas said Castro died in November of 2016 of natural causes.
So they say.
So they say, yeah.
I thought he was dead.
Yeah, I couldn't remember, so I didn't want to speak on it. I can't believe I remember some of the shit I do remember, to be honest.
Well, that was a lot. That was when I was young, I guess. So, yeah, you'd really been young.
16, I was 26 years old. Yeah, I think I was 26 years old in 2016, maybe. Wait a minute.
Was it? That was just a few years ago.
Yeah, that was just a few years ago. See? I don't even know how old I am.
Man, 2016. I thought he died further back.
I was 36. It was 36, not 26.
How old was I then?
Now you see why they don't take me down?
What channel are you on? Because
John Boys.
Man, I was like 40 something. No, I don't know.
That was just
the Mandela effects, man.
Yeah, it was just 5 years ago.
It
You say 2016 now, and it just seems so far away, like so long ago.
It does.
We can start saying, "Oh, that was so 2016."
We can say that was so 2018.
Right. Hell yeah. But I mean, hell, at the end of the day, we got each other, man. We still have a breath, even though mine's depleting on me. We still got to do what we got to do. We still got to wake up. We still got to eat, sleep, and shit, you know. Whether we like the world or not, we still got to be part of it.
Well,
So,
I stay out here in the middle of nowhere, and I don't go to town unless I just got to. I have lived in Memphis, in I'm talking about Memphis. I have lived in Jackson to where I could walk to Baskin Robbins, the mall, or Best Buy area that I could walk in 5 minutes. I mean, I have lived in cities, but I'd rather be out in the country.
shit, I was born and raised, grew up in Panama City, Florida.
In the city?
Yeah, Panama City's a pretty big city.
I mean, well,
But
I
of
didn't know if
course
you
it
mean the
was,
outskirts of it or if you were in the city.
of course it was 80s and 90s. But today, Panama City and Panama City Beach, man, fuck Bay County, dude. I hate Bay County. I hate Walton County, Okaloosa, you know, Crestview, Destin, Defuniak, those areas. I like those areas. But as far as my home, Bay County, no, I'm not into that. But then we moved up. I come back and forth from Florida to Alabama every summer to my grandparents in Alabama. So I got a little bit of that too in me. But then by the time I was 11 or 12, we moved to Covington, Kentucky, right there on the Cincinnati, Ohio River. You want to talk about gangs and bad shit, drive-by shootings every day. I mean, anytime you got out and walked up the road, you better be ready. You might have to fight, just to fight. You might have to run for your life. And so, yeah, I've been in those kind of cities too. And man, I just try and stay in the country. I'm just not used to these fields like this. I'm used to like woods. Sitting here for 6-7 years, dude, in the middle of the wide open.
Yeah. I let the front of my property grow up because I didn't have enough privacy from the road. You know what I mean?
Now you see why I've spent the last few years just being a garage drunk. I created that term, period. I created the term garage drunk.
They're going. Last Stand says he can't get back on. He don't know why.
I am trying to get away from the drunk shit though, man. And I ain't gonna lie, it's a little bit harder than I thought it was gonna be. But I am trying to get away from the alcohol.
I just quit. I don't know how.
I don't know why, but it's actually some days it's pretty hard. But I'm trying to stay off of fake truthers, communities, fake politics. After what happened at the Capitol, I'm just so done with. I'm just done with it. I'm just gonna focus on the right now, right here, what's in my life, and who's around me. I don't give a shit if you sucked Hillary's dick or not. As long as you're treating me good, we good.
Yeah, I mean, there ain't nothing we can do about what's going on really right now. And then everybody, I don't know how to explain it. Nobody's on the same page, even if they ain't with the shit that's going on. You know what I mean? Nobody's on the same page. They got everybody so divided, there's no way to unite. I mean, they use baseball, football, basketball teams to divide people. They use politics to divide people. They use colors, you know, red cars, blue cars. It don't matter. They use whatever they can to make everybody divided. Hey, I like a Buick better than a Pontiac. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. You can't. Everybody's so divided.
You can be like that to me. I like a Buick over what year? Which one? Which one?
I never published a video. I did
on the year and what we're talking about.
Look, I did a video on my Cavalier when it took me 3 days to change the heater core because of how they built that car. Man, I was
Right.
telling General Motors to be ready for a lawsuit. I'm gonna sue y'all. You know what I mean? There's no way y'all engineered a vehicle like this only to be disposable. I mean,
Man,
I was going off, but GM sucks. All of them suck nowadays. They're cutting so many corners.
I forget what year it was, but I think it was a very early 2000s Cavalier. I put right into an oak tree at 80 mile an hour.
You're lucky you lived.
Yeah,
Those
sure
cars
did.
ain't
Payne,
shit.
Alabama.
Those
Payne,
cars,
Alabama.
you might as well have been in a cardboard box hitting that tree. I'm serious.
Dude,
Those cars are so unsafe.
if I wouldn't have hit the tree, I probably would have died.
Really?
Because right past the tree, it went down the mountain a little bit and hit a
Yeah.
creek. So in a way, the damn tree saved my life. But yeah, 80 mile an hour. Boom.
What was left of it?
Oh, fuck, dude. The motor was almost in my lap.
Yeah. Oh, you hit it square.
Yeah. What it was in Alabama, we got a lot of this with a lot of this.
Yeah.
And
Got the ass end light on it.
I wasn't used to the car at the time. And I cut the curve. I was used to hitting those roads in my 200 SX. I was used to hitting them and cutting the curves, you know.
Yeah.
Well, I cut this one curve in that damn Cavalier, and then a car come up over the hill. As soon as it come over the hill, I kind of jerked back in my lane, and then I slammed on the brake. She just slid straight. Boom.
Let me tell you, they're front wheel drive. They're supposed to be safe, right? That's the only car I've ever had hydroplane on me on a wet road 3 different times. And it turned me in pointing to the median to where I was going to go through and meet oncoming traffic all 3 times.
Yeah, I know I drive a lot of front wheel drives now, but I don't like them.
Oh,
I don't look. I'd rather wheel drive. At least I can kind of counter and, you know.
Look, I dirt tracked for 10 years. I know how to drive a car sideways.
When the front wheels lose traction, there ain't really no good way to counter it.
No. My problem was the ass end on a wet road. If you hit a long enough water puddle, the ass end would come up and float and shift to the right every time. I don't know why. And look, you got to get all 4 wheels aligned, and I had that done. I've never done anything to mess up the alignment. But the last time it did it to me, I was beside a dadgum like a U-Haul truck. That sucker turned sideways on me, and I was coming up on a river, and I was fixing to go in between the east and westbound lanes and go straight down in between the bridges into the river, and I finally got it back on the road. But there's nothing you can do with front-wheel drive when they do that to you. Nothing. Just wait it out until the back tires come back down.
For sure, Texas. That's we're trying to fight that fight now. Trying to stay away from the alcohol.
Yeah, look, I'm gonna tell you what happened with me and alcohol was anytime I drank beer or anything like that, it would make my joints hurt for 3 days. That made me stop. I ain't lying.
It's just getting to where it's just making me stupid. Straight stupid, dude. And angry. So angry. It's just time to stop.
If you say that, then you know that ain't you. So you're the only one that can do anything about it.
We're fighting that fight right now. So,
and it's a hard fight. I know it is, but look, you're better than that. Keep telling yourself that. You know what I'm saying? You're better than what that turns you into. So stay away from, just convince yourself. You got to convince yourself. You can do it. You can do it, man.
We're in the process.
To do it. You just got to do it,
Some days, it ain't no big deal. But then some days, like yesterday, dude, I don't know. I just want to say fuck it and have a beer, but I know I can't have just one beer. I'm not that type that can just drink one or a 6-pack and be done.
I can now. I could drink one beer and leave it alone. But I'm like, but I used to be known. Look, people would come to my house because they knew I had the coldest beer around. I had beer on ice in a cooler all the time, and I had a thermometer in there to make sure it was 32 degrees. I'm serious. I'd put a little salt in there, you know, make that ice get colder.
Well, shit, when I first started doing YouTube and that, for the 3 years before that, and when I started the summertime, I kept a loaded down damn cooler in my trunk.
Yeah.
Loaded down all times. Anywhere I went, everybody had a beer.
Yeah.
I got the cooler sitting right there, a bunch of shit on it right now. I'm scared to put it back in the trunk because my cooler does belong in the trunk.
Well, look, I knew a guy had a Nissan Sentra, and he was like that, kept a cooler of beer in the trunk, and he had a deal rigged down those Sentras, the back seat would fold down, and he had a rope tied to the cooler. He'd pull the cooler up, get him a beer, slide the cooler back, and shut the back seat back up.
Yeah, well, them days are over. I'm trying to stop that, man.
You can't look. I stopped about your age. I'm serious. I was about your age for real when I decided, man, I gotta stop.
Man, I used to be somewhat happy, and it wasn't no big deal, you know. I had my bout with drugs and shit all my life, you know.
Well,
got over
this
that.
is the problem.
And then just all of a sudden, the last year or two,
This is the problem.
It's way too stupid.
In the last year or two, you have been suppressing and not thinking about what's going on in the world. But when you get to drinking, it lets that floodgate down. Probably. Yeah. You see what I'm saying?
Resentments I thought that were gone, just all of a sudden just come back out. No, and next thing you know, I'm popping $700 tires, cussing everybody out. Yeah, I don't want to be that no more. I don't want to be that no more.
Well, you're not. Just don't be that. And you're not. I mean, you're not. You just let that make it happen to you. And the only way to stop it is, you know, what you got to do.
At the same time, I've sat here for 6 years doing absolutely nothing. And I got accustomed to doing that out of boredom. So now I'm trying to stop, and I get those days that's like, shit, why not? You know what I'm saying?
Well, my problem,
I know why not now. I know why not now, but it's hard because you think, screw it, I can be good this time.
My problem was I had a bar in Memphis that everybody in there knew me. I'm talking about I was friends with the owner and everything, right? And when I decided to stop drinking, and I went to that bar 7 days a week. When I got off work, I'd turn left and head toward the bar, right? When I decided to stop drinking, I had to make a I had to think to turn right and not go left. You know what I mean? I mean, you got to sit there and start thinking and you know, I mean, it's hard. I'm telling you, I've been there.
That's what happened to me. I hit my 30 days. And I was feeling way too good. And that's normally when I screw up, is when I feel way too damn good. Well, I don't get out a whole lot. I don't get out, go to town a whole lot or anything. But when I do, I have a natural routine that I do when I go into a store. Beer section, cigarettes, out. Well, I went in the damn store. I actually got out. I was on my 30th day. Feeling way too damn good. And when I walked in the store, I already had a beer in my hand before I even realized what I was. The thing about it is, though, once I did realize it, like, oh shit, what am I doing? I said, screw it. And just went on, and that's how you got that 30-day relapse last week.
Well, what I did when I started turning right, I would stop at an old gas station and get me a quart. And then I'd drive on home and drink that quart. And then, try to make it to the next day. And then I'd leave work the next day and make that right. I had to think about it too, because I'd catch myself already turning left and I'd have to hit the brakes and turn right.
Damn
But
it,
I'd
Wilmer.
stop at that store and I'd get me a quart.
Well,
And
now
then,
that I know that it's just that easy, I got to make that conscious decision and just have it in my head before I walk in the store and I can break that little line of path, it's just, I'm going to have to think about it. And I can't get those moments to where I'm just like, screw it. Because that's what happened. It was already in my hand. I was like, you know what? Screw it.
well, it took me a while to, when I turned right, and then I had to start telling myself not to stop at that store. You know what I mean?
I got to run, go use the restroom real quick, man.
All right. I think I need to see a guy about a horse too. You hit the driveway, I'll hit the bush.
Yeah, I gotta walk all the way over here so that way I don't get caught seeing the horse on camera. It's actually a beautiful day here. I wish I could get internet in the yard.
I gotta find me something to drink.
But, I don't know. It's just life. As long as we get to wake up and take another breath of shit, it's just another
Sunday
chance
morning,
at some.
for some reason, Sunday morning when I woke up, I don't know why, but I thought, if I took my last breath right now, it wouldn't bother me a bit. It was weird. I ain't never woke up like that.
Hey, that's a problem for me. Sundays was normally one of my big drinking days. Sundays. Most people are Friday and Saturday. I'm a Sunday. I like to drink on Sundays.
I did too, because the county was dry as in, and I always liked being able to know I got beer on Sunday.
Well, see, that's how it was in the beginning, but then we moved here. So I was already used to stocking up for Sunday. Well, then we moved here and they sell on Sundays. So it was like a big plus. Yeah. Yeah, we sell on Sunday here in this town.
It sounds like me and you were in the same, or I was in the same boat years ago and got out of it.
Man, there's too much shit about me and you that are like, you would think we're freaking twins or brothers or something somewhere in another life.
We're brothers from another mother.
John Boy and John Boy.
It's crazy. Like I told you before, your last name is some of my friends that have been friends in generations of my family. You got to be related. You act like them too. I'm serious.
I hope they act better than me.
No, they're down to good earth people like you and me. You know what I'm saying? They're just like, they're real. They're not fake. There's nothing fake about them.
So I went to Alabama and I come back and I went back to Alabama. Then I come back. I crossed the Tennessee River right there on I-24. Every time I thought about you, I even stopped once and went live.
I can't remember where I-24 is. What town is that close to?
Fuck, I have to go back through one of my live streams and see.
Because do you know where Pickwick Dam is, right?
The what?
Pickwick Dam is right there above Mississippi and Alabama on the Tennessee River.
Yeah, I've heard of it. I don't know exactly.
I'm like, 28 miles from there. Or do you know where Parsons is? Or matter of fact, Paris, Tennessee is only like 120 miles from me, if that far. I'm kind of in the middle. I'm more closer down south. Let's see. You ever heard of Big Sandy?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, Big Sandy, I could get there in about an hour.
I have to look that up, man, and see
It's
how far off.
Well, you know where the
I know.
Kentucky Lake is,
I can
right?
hit the Tennessee River, the big Tennessee River.
You talking about
heading
the Kentucky Lake up there?
About an hour and a half from Chattanooga, Tennessee, is about where I hit the Tennessee River.
Oh, well,
I mean, I'm already through Tennessee, but the actual Tennessee River is about an hour and a half up north of Chattanooga from the way I go.
I am alone. Nashville is like almost 200 miles from me.
Oh, right now, I'm only an hour and a half from Nashville right now.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that'd be about halfway. I mean, it'd be out of the way, but.
So I wouldn't take 24 to come to your side of the Tennessee River.
I don't think, no. I'm on the east. I mean, I'm on the west side of the Tennessee River.
All right.
I'm trying to think.
I don't know. I'd have to get some definite coordinates, and then I can figure it out. I know you can't be that damn far.
Well, you know where Jackson, Tennessee is, right?
Yeah, I know where Jackson is.
I'm like southwest of Jackson, 30 miles.
I don't know how far.
Southeast. I'm sorry.
Hell, I can be in Alabama in 3 hours. So
I can be in Alabama in like 20-something minutes, almost 30 minutes. Where I'm at, I'm right there where I'm right above where Alabama and Mississippi hit. If you follow that line straight up, I'm right up there. I'm like 30
on
miles.
my end, I'm Alabama, Tennessee, and Georgia.
Okay, yeah.
Right there on Lookout Mountain, basically.
Oh, yeah, man, that's a good long drive for me. That would take probably 4 hours or better.
Yeah, if I go that way. But if I go towards like the Nashville way, it might be a little bit quicker. Probably about the same 3 hours, maybe 2.5, 3 hours.
So you're kind of more toward Virginia side, right? Of Kentucky?
South Central.
Okay, if you're South Central, then I'll have to look at the map later. Wait a minute.
Portland, Tennessee. Look up Portland, Tennessee, and just act like I'm in Portland.
I've been through there, but we're going to Virginia on vacation.
What's that, Murfreesboro? I can be in Murfreesboro in about 30, 40 minutes. And then we got Clarksville over here. Be in Clarksville in about an hour.
Well, you can be in Clarksville in about an hour?
Yeah.
From where you're at right now?
Yeah.
Well, I could be in Clarksville in about an hour and a half or so.
There's the meetup spot right there.
There's Clarksville. I don't know. Well, you can't see the map on that, but.
I just know I rode across that Tennessee River, and each time I thought, man, John Boy's right here close to me somewhere, and I can't do nothing about it.
Do you know where Dover is?
I know of Dover. I don't know.
West of Clarksville. I mean, it's almost straight west.
Yeah. I know of it. I ain't ever actually been there or went that way.
I think I've been through there. We'll figure it out one day.
Oh, yeah. Look, I just got the quote on that motor and found somebody that's going to do me a decent deal of swapping them. I just got to wait till income tax. As soon as that motor goes in and I'm safely mobile again, dude, y'all fixing some changes. I'm fixing to be all over.
What happened to the motor?
I just got blowed head gaskets and it's so old. I'm just going to go on and replace the motor because it'll cost me just as much, if not more, to have the heads and all that worked on.
Yeah.
Hell, man, I can get a motor for $1,800 and these people are going to do me a good deal and swap them for $500. So I'm going with it. We're just going to go on and put a remanufactured motor in it and just screw the bullshit.
Do you remember them little old Dodge K cars? You know what I'm talking about? I can't remember what the actual names of them were. A friend of mine got into messing with them, and what he would do, he said it's the easiest way to swap a motor. He would drop that subframe out with the motor and transmission on it and roll it out from underneath the body and then swap the motor and roll it back underneath the car and set the car back down on that.
I've heard of some old timers doing it that way. Some.
Yeah, he said it was the easiest way. I changed the clutch in a dadgum Nissan Sentra. It's front wheel drive, and I didn't pull nothing out. I just
got a spot to even try. I could swap them if I had a spot, but I can only do so much in this little garage.
Right. Well, I did that Nissan Sentra in a field. But somehow
at first they were quoting me, these other places was quoting me $100 an hour at 23 hours.
Damn.
Swap them. And I'm like, there's just no way. I'm screwed. But there's a new company that just opened over here and they're real good and they're family owned. And he said, man, no, screw that. He said, you get the motor and them are good motors over there. I've put 7 of them in. He said, we'll do it for $500. So I'm like, it's on. Bet. As soon as I get that damn income check, we're ordering the motor and he said he'd do it in 3 hours.
Damn.
So it takes about 4 days to get the motor shipped in, is what they told me. It was what Advance Auto told me. So say a week after I actually get that income tax, I'm going to have a new motor in this. I'm going to be back on the road. No more sitting in this house. I'm going to be all over Tennessee, brother. All over Tennessee. That is the goal. That is the plan. Coming through there, these times, going back and forth from Alabama, I've seen so many spots, man, that I could have been hitting up this whole time if I'd had transportation. And so it's just a no-brainer. I'm losing health and stuff. As soon as I get mobile, I'm hitting all those spots down through there. I'll be going back and forth to Florida a lot. Be going up to Cincinnati a lot. Yeah, I'm fixing to put some miles on that damn remanufactured motor. Yeah, I don't care. But that is the plan. And when I am fully mobile, I don't drink like y'all have seen me drink over the last few years. I ain't been mobile. I have no existence in this life other than this garage and YouTube for the last 6 years.
Yeah.
So when I get back mobile again, I won't want to drink just because I love to drive, and I don't drink and drive. I used to keep I was talking about keeping my cooler back there full, but I always had a chauffeur.
Yeah.
She always chauffeurs me. I don't drink and drive. But I ain't gonna have her traveling with me, so I'm not gonna be able to drink. So I got a lot of time I gotta make up for.
I do too.
Hell, I go 300 miles on that the way it is, running lean for $40. That's not too bad in this day and time. 300 miles for $40. I can go a lot of damn places pretty cheap. That damn Equinox there, it can't go 300 miles on damn quarter tank. Or I mean, yeah, that's what it was. It was more than that. It took me a quarter tank to go 217 miles. To where that would take over a half a tank, almost 3/4 of a tank to go 217 miles.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's not bad. So really that's 2, 4, 6, 8. That's 800 miles almost on a tank.
But guess what? If you filled both of those vehicles up, you would run out of gas at the same spot. I'm serious.
Probably.
That
Yeah.
other one got a bigger tank, one got a smaller tank, but they only limited a total amount of distance on a whole. I'm serious. I got to figuring it out one day. Especially like on my motorcycle, it held 2.5 gallons. I forgot how many miles I could get on 2.5
Well,
gallons.
see, the way I was judging it, I kind of felt good about it because I used to run that Astro van. Hell, it cost me $80 to fill that Astro van up. You know, and I couldn't go. Well, it's probably about the same mileage, I guess, but it was $40 more to do that.
Well, I got to figure it out. I think they did that on purpose, man, because this dude had a Harley and he was filling it up at the gas pump. I'm like, how many gallons does that hold? He said 5. I go, how many miles can you get out of it? And he told me it was the same amount of mileage that I got out of 2.5 gallons on mine. So then I started looking at cars. And it don't matter if you got a big monster motor, they got a big monster gas tank, but you're only going to get the same mile distance per tank as you do a little sub economy car. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. It might only cost you 100 in the sub. It's going to cost you 300 in the suburban, but you're only going to get X amount of distance on a full tank in any car you drive. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and I think the cops probably got extra 5 gallons more, you know, so if you're running a whole tank out, trying to lose the law, they've got an extra 5 gallons. You see what I'm saying? That's all I can figure.
I don't know. She did it, even for the problems that she had, she did it really good. I mean, hey, they commended my damn suspension job because I'm the one that did the suspension on it. And all that. Well, they jacked it up and they was looking, they was like, damn, whoever did that's great job. They did a great job, but the tie rod ends need to be done. Well, I didn't do the tie rod ends.
Yeah.
I changed the spindles, the whole braking shit, the CV axles, the whole shit and the struts. And so they gave me a really high compliment on my accomplishment. So, like, hell yeah.
My old Jeep started knocking, man. I had to quit driving it. I'd rather have my Jeep. I get better gas mileage out of it on the highway than I do that Cavalier.
I mean, I can still drive it. It's just I don't have the money. If I do break down, I can just call somebody to tow me. And if my car is sitting there, it's going to be impounded. And if it takes me a month to get the money, I ain't going to have the money to get it out of impound. So I basically lose it. And I always carry thousands of dollars worth of tools in my car. So anything that's in the car, if it breaks down, I lose. And that's why I've been kind of keeping it close to home as much as possible.
Yeah. Uh-oh. Froze up on me. Uh-oh. You froze up on me, man. I don't know what happened. Testing. 1, 2, 3. Man, they must be messing with the internet again or something.